Bills will start 1st and 10 as we get to it. Buccaneers kicking it away. 1st and 10 for these Bills, ladies and gentlemen, as we get started here. Much love to the Wrench Gang. Much love to the family, all the listeners, all the watchers as we get started with these Bills and these Bucs. And here we go as Allen back in the shotgun as we have motion. Buccaneers showing a 5-man rush as Allen takes a snap, steps up, quick throw, right side, incomplete, as this leads to 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. What up, Robert? Shout out to you, man. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Presto in the house. What up, Presto? Saint Anger. Good to see you. Good to see you. Right the ship. That is the statement of the day. Right the ship. We'll see. We'll see. Here we go. 2nd and 10. As we're down to 5 seconds on the play clock. Samuel motions. Buccaneers now with 4 at the line. Allen takes a snap. In trouble. Just tosses this away. It is picked off. It is picked off as Allen doing too much. And he'll give it away as Parrish gets the pick. It's now 1st-and-goal for the Buccaneers. Shout out to you, Francisco. What up, man? What's going on with you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah. So Allen doing too much here, just tries to toss it away, and it gets picked off. And there it is, 1st-and-goal. 1st-and-goal. Eric Roth, what up, man? What's going on with you? Good to see you. Good to see you. So already starting off with BS. What's going on with these Bills, y'all? What's going on with these Bills? 1st-and-goal, handoff, run on the right side. It's a pickup of maybe 2 yards. It's now 2nd-and-goal for the Buccaneers. For the Buccaneers. Shout out to you guys. As far as the votes go, 81% for the Bills holding it down. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in this first quarter. 2nd-and-goal, Buccaneers have it after the interception. We're now approaching the 10-minute mark here in this first quarter. Mayfield back under center. 8 seconds on the play clock. Bills showing 4 at the line. As we have motion, they go back to the run here up the middle. That goes nowhere. It's going to be 3rd-and-goal. 3rd-and-goal. Big T, what up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Shout out to you, Joseph. Says, I've never seen a playoff team try to tank. Trying to tank. That's something crazy. Something crazy for sure. Something's in the water, as they say. 3rd-and-goal for the Buccaneers now as Mayfield back in the shotgun. Bills show 4 at the line. 4 wide receivers set. And here we go. 3 seconds on the play clock. Mayfield takes a snap. Pressure, looking, throws high, right side, incompletion. And this will lead to 4th-and-goal and a field goal coming up for the Buccaneers. What a wasted opportunity for the Buccaneers, right? You get a solid pick from Allen and you're 1st-and-goal, and you don't capitalize that at all. Not at all. You go with some running plays and then a high pass to the back of the end zone. And terrible play calling for the Buccaneers as McLaughlin comes out to kick the field goal and make it a 3-point game. 23-yard attempt. Kick is up, and it is good. Buccaneers will strike first, 3-0, with 8:54 left in the first quarter. There it is. I guess that was the coach's fault. I mean, listen, if you feel like you got to do too much, I mean, is that on the quarterback, right? The quarterback feels like they got to do too much. I think that's on the quarterback. Maybe once again, the coach didn't have his team ready. I think 2 things can be right. Right? I think so. Shout out to you, Lisa. What up? Says, Jay, what was Josh Allen thinking throwing an interception this early in the game? Fredo, what up, man? Says, it's Ravens Nation. Can't wait to see you on the bank. We'll see. Great hole by the D. I agree. Chris Shea, what up, man? Good to see you. So quick timeout commercial break. Score is now 3-0. Buccaneers up. Like I said, they got a pick. A surprising pick from Josh Allen. Ended up with the 1st and goal. And couldn't get anything out of it but 3 points. So, yeah. Big win for the defense for sure. Blame it on the coach. Yes, we're going to blame it all on the coach. All of it until there's change. Presto, what up, man? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Shout out to y'all. It's Sunday. It's football day. Scores around the league. You've got Steelers up 7-0 against the Bengals. You got the Chargers and Jags tied at 0 apiece, as well as the Bears and the Vikings. The Titans and the Texans tied at 0 apiece. Carolina, Panthers up 6-0, and the Giants are up 7-0 against Green Bay. And those are your scores around the league. So there you go. Quick timeout commercial break. Buccaneers, unfortunately, not able to strike and capitalize on the interception on a 1st and goal at about the 10. They do end up kicking a field goal, making it 3-0. What up, Melvin? Shout out to you, bro. Good to see you. This is my Ravens play at 4:25 this afternoon. We play the Browns. How do you see it, Jay? I feel like those divisional games are always up in the air, question marks. But what are you expecting from Dylan and that squad and that coaching situation over there, not playing Shador? It's a lot of craziness. It's the 6 straight division titles, and I'm blaming it on the coach. I mean, I think the real question is, how long will Sean McDermott be able to ride on Josh Allen's success? I think that's a solid question, right? I mean, we know it's not the success of the coaching staff. It's the success of Josh Allen that the team has been riding off of, right? Isn't that why they have to say, like, he's got to put the team on his back every game? I mean, could be. So here we go. As the Buccaneers will kick it back to the Bills, hits that left side, gets all the way down to the 50, still going, and will get taken down on the Buccaneers side. Big run for these Bills special teams. 1st and 10. Shout out to you, Melvin. Good to see you, bro. Matt says, what up, Jay? I got tomorrow off to drink some beer and watch some football. Let's go. Enjoy yourself. Great question. What's success? I mean, isn't that what everybody gets riled up about? AFC East champions, right? Multiple times. Isn't that considered success? Right? MVP. That's success, right? So here we go. 1st and 10. Little toss to Cook. Left side. Tries to hit that edge, and he goes nowhere. As this will be, looks like no gain on the run. 2nd down. What up, Duke? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Shout out to you, Grace. I appreciate you. Dart says, Jay has lost confidence in the thundering Buffalo Bills. Y'all are funny. What up, George? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Or does Buffalo need a quarterback change? Wow, that's. There's a lot of changes that need to be made. I think it's not the quarterback at all for sure. It's not Josh Allen. It's organization changes that needs to happen. So here we go. 2nd and 10. Quick toss right side. This will be caught here for about 6 yards. Good little pickup there for Shavers. 6 on the play. It's now 3rd and 4 coming up here for these Bills. Allen needs to run the ball. I agree. Improvise a little bit more efficiently, right? But don't throw a pick. Don't give it away. I would agree with that. For sure. Rich Smith's coach has got to stop injuring our defensive players. It's like he's got to stop injuring the players. 3rd and 4 as Allen takes a snap, looking, throws high left side, almost picked off once again as the ball falls helplessly to the ground. It's going to be 4th and 4. 4th and 4. And that was almost picked off. I mean, defense just Smith on the Buccaneers just read it perfectly, almost picked that ball off before it hit Shaver's hands. And fortunately, it just falls to the ground. And this will lead to a field goal. No, they're going to go for it. They're going to go for it on a 4th and 4 at the 30. And I don't think I agree with this, but here we go. 4th and 4, quick throw, and it is caught. It's caught. Big Gabe getting involved. Gabe Davis with the 7-yard catch. Risky play on a 4th and 4 at the 30. So they decide not to kick the field goal. Quick pass to Davis on a slant, and that'll be a Bills first down. Hey, who said that Gabe Davis can't catch? As he picks up 7 yards there. Quick shout out to Perry coming through with the $20 super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the $20 donation. As Cook goes down, loss of about a yard here on the run. It's now 2nd down. 2nd down. Shout out to you, Amanda. Good to see you. Good to see you. What is wrong with Allen? Listen, there's been a lot of questions. It's been a lot of questions being asked over the last week. And, hey, they got to figure it out. They got to figure it out. See, it doesn't matter what, the analysts say and what the fans say. The team is forced to figure it out. As it's now 2nd 11, quick toss left side. This is going to be caught. Ball comes out, punched out. As Johnson on the catch and run there picks up about 7, but that ball was punched out. Fortunately, he lands on it. Got to protect the ball, Johnson. And this will be a short down situation here, 3rd and 2. Got to protect the ball. Giants beating the Packers. Yeah, I've seen that. Packers have been in a real downslide for sure, right? They have not looked like Packers at all. As Allen's going to keep it on the run here up the middle. He'll pick up a solid gain of about 6 and get another Bills first down. So sloppy play for sure, but they've managed to string together a drive and end up here at the 11. It's now 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Last week he was hot. He's used to cold temperatures. Miami is not his scene, I think. His face was red. The whole game looked like he was crying. I mean, are we really going to blame it on the weather? I mean, was it that hot? Right? It wasn't that hot. I mean, if it was 95, 98, something like that with the humidity down there, yeah, I'll maybe agree. But I think it was like 85. I mean, that's like nice weather to me. But here we go. 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Quick toss right side, and this is incomplete. Try to go back to Gabe Davis on the slant. It's now 3rd and 1 as he drops it. 3rd and 1 for the Bills. 85 is hot when you're from northern New York. Well, Allen's not from New York. I mean, he's from California. So 85 is not hot for Allen. It's not hot at all. Not at all. Shout out to you, baby Levy. Good to see you. Good to see you. So here we go. 3rd and 1. Cook in the backfield. Tush push. And Allen is going to run in for a Bills touchdown. And that is how they'll start it off, ladies and gentlemen, with the run in by Josh Allen. Bills will strike and try to make this a 4-point game, put in the extra point, 7-3. 7-3. What up, Shantae? Good to see you. Good to see you. As Everett says, finally, it took long enough. Says, yeah, but he's been there long enough. Don't you think he's kind of a local by now? Um, I think professional football players don't get the luxury of complaining about the weather. You know, these guys are paid millions of dollars to go out there and do a job in 90-degree weather, minus 10-degree weather. So I think at the end of the day, you just have to be prepared for, whatever weather you're playing in, and it's your team's job, right? It's your coach's job. It's the upper management and staff's job to have their team prepared for whatever weather that they're going to play in. So I mean, in a sense, if we're saying that, hey, they weren't ready for the weather, right? The weather was too much, then I guess we have to put that one on, the coach and the staff, because they didn't get them ready for it, right? If we're gonna draw straws on who's accountable for this kind of stuff, we have to point back to the coaching staff, right? Score 7-3. 4 minutes, 9 seconds left in the first quarter. Quick timeout, commercial break. Duke says, looking from the outside, the disrespect Allen gets from his own fans surprises me. He's best quarterback in the NFL. And listen, I agree. There's one thing that I don't do, right? I don't knock Allen because I know his talent, I know his skill set, I know the heart that he has for and the love that he has for the game. But when you look at all the pieces around him, that's where you have to start, pointing the fingers at. You have to start looking for accountability there in the defense, right? Wide receivers, not having a true playmaker for wide receiver. Joe Brady, some of the, inconsistent play calling, or should I say consistent play calling that may be just a little too repetitive. Coaching decisions, not really making the best decisions when it matters the most, or being out coached in significant moments in, certain games. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot that you can talk about. I don't really think you can fault Josh Allen, right? Because we know that he's talented, and, their success relies so much on what he's been able to do. And some could say that he's closed out certain games that the defense has lost. So there you go. There you go. Why weren't you streaming last week? I had the stomach flu. I was in bed for 48 hours, very sick. I lost about 10 pounds, and it was really bad. The whole house had it. It was something nasty going around, and but yeah, I lost 10 pounds. I was bedridden for 48 hours. It was probably the worst I've ever felt in my life. I never want to feel it again, and I found out that other people were going through it as well throughout the country. It was something crazy going around, and I'm glad that it's over. That's for sure. That's for sure. What up, Vito? Shout out to you, bro. So Coleman was injured, or was he out because he missed the Friday meeting? Well, they called him a healthy scratch. So once again, I think there's some kind of disciplinary thing going on. I heard a rumor that he was late again. So I don't know. A lot of people were mad at me because I said that I thought Worthy was the better pick during the draft. And no, you don't know what you're talking about. We need a big guy that can go out there and, catch the ball and, go on 50-50 plays. And that's what Josh Allen wants. Well, it hasn't worked out. So, and people can say, well, Worthy was too small and this, that, and the third. But Worthy ended up in the Super Bowl. So there you go. But here it is, as the Buccaneers will get it back after the Josh Allen touchdown. And the Buccaneers will start at the 31, 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Says Josh Swinton got engaged. That's the problem. Jay Cutler, prime example. That's crazy. You're going to blame it on Josh getting married, huh? Shout out to you, Tactical. Says Jay, my son had to. He had it too. He didn't eat for 5 days. Listen, it was bad. I still don't feel 100%. Like, I'm at about 95 to like 98, but I just feel a little bit off. And that's how significant that sickness was. Like, I still don't feel 100%. It was really bad, really bad. But hopefully your son's doing well. Make sure that, he stays hydrated, all that good stuff, vitamins and all that, and rest up. That's what I had to do. Gatorade, all that kind of stuff, ginger ale, that's it's important stuff. Shout out to you, Tactical. Sound better? Yeah. I feel better. I do. It was bad though. It was really, really bad. And like I said, I feel better. I feel I feel lighter. Like I said, I lost 10 pounds. Um, so there was good with the bad. It's good with the bad. All right, so here we go. 2nd and 6 as Mayfield pressured, throws high. That's going to be caught. And this would be a big pickup here. 16 yards for Shepard. This will lead to a 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers. They never play the same after a marriage or engagement. Well, why is that? I mean, that's a good question. Why don't players play the same after a significant moment in their life, like an engagement or a brand new child? Why don't they play the same or not better? Why do those moments change them for the worse sometimes? That's a good question. But here we go. As they go handoff left side here, breaking tackles before getting bumped out of bounds. It's going to be about 7 yards for Tucker. Second down. Imagine if the Chiefs go 5-5 today. It's going to be a little scary. For Chiefs Nation. Shout out to you, Wendy Lee. Good to see you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Shout out to you, Sassy. What up? What's going on with you? Let's go. Good to see you. Good to see you, Bills Mafia in the building. Shout out to the family, the Wrench Gang, as they go back to the handoff to Tucker up the middle. He'll get maybe 2 yards. It's now going to be 3rd and about 1. Maybe 2. 3rd and 2. It's called Money, Jay. I mean, they already got the money though, right? Why would it change? Why would it change your ability to go out there and play and your ability to go out there and make things happen? It's a real question. As Baker Mayfield is going to keep it on the run here, putting the head down, putting the shoulders down, and he'll pick up a big gain of 13 yards and a 1st down for these Buccaneers. So now we're down to 1:28. Buccaneers down at the Bills 28 as well in this first quarter. Shout out to you, DeBreeze. I appreciate you. What are the Raiders doing? I could ask you the same thing. I don't know if Pete Carroll was a good choice. But Geno Smith is definitely not the answer as well. You've got a lot of talent over there, a lot of star talent over there. It's just bad to see what's going on with the Raiders for sure. It's bad to see. So now 2nd down here for the Buccaneers. 2nd and 6 after the pass to White for 4 yards. We're down to 22 seconds here in this first quarter. 2nd and 6. So that boy bad. Where's the defense from 2 weeks ago? Hit the quarterback more. Scott, that's a really good question, right? There's a lot of good questions you guys have asked today, and for some reason, it's the inconsistencies, right? We have to play, really tough and really focused and hard against the Chiefs, and maybe that's all the juice. All the juice was gone, right? They used up all the juice for the Chiefs and then, slowed up when it came to Miami. And so now they got to get it back together for the Buccaneers, maybe. Both teams 6-3. This is a very significant game for both sides. So, you would think to see maybe a little bit more aggression out of the Bills, considering, right, you're at home. You lost to Miami. There's been a lot of talking this week. There's been a lot of discussions. And you think you see a little bit more aggression, right? A little bit more of, efficiency, taking care of the ball. And what do we see today, right? We've seen inconsistency. We've seen sloppiness. And, the Bills can win with sloppy football, but that's not what you want to see after a significant loss to Miami, for sure. With that said, we'll end the first quarter there. Our score is 7-3. Buccaneers had the ball at the Bills 19. It's 2nd and 1. Timeout, commercial break. It's been cold. It warmed up a little bit, and then it went back cold. And we actually just came from out of town. That's why I was a little late today. We came from out of town, drove back 4 hours. We went through sleet, rain, hail, and then snow, and then clear, and then back to some snow. So we went through all the seasons on our way back. So shout out to you, Frank White. What up, man? What's going on with you? All the way from Portland, Oregon in the building. Windy in Baltimore. Yeah, I feel like it's windy everywhere. It's been windy everywhere. I still love my Ravens, but I miss my friend Justin Tucker. Yeah, that's a situation there for sure. Buffalo played the Super Bowl versus the Chiefs. Nick Wright. I mean, listen, I said that the Chiefs may not make the playoffs, and I think I've been a little bit more. I'd say I've been a little bit more on point than Nick Wright this season. I can definitely feel comfortable saying that, because right now the Chiefs are in dire need of a win, and it looks really bad. It looks really bad. But to say that, the Bills beating the Chiefs is their Super Bowl, it's kind of ridiculous to say, because the Bills beat the Chiefs pretty much in the regular season regularly. So it just now has to be done in the postseason. There you go. Darth says, Jay, you need to move to California. Listen, I love California, specifically Santa Monica. Love Santa Monica. Been all through there. It's fun. I love the weather. Love the food. Great atmosphere. It's cool. It's cool. But I find myself now preferring Florida just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. That's just my opinion on it. My opinion. Brother, you are sleeping on the Patriots? I am not. I actually have been giving the Patriots their just due over the past week. But here we go, 2nd and 1, as they'll go back to the run here. Squeaks through on that right side, and this will be a 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers. 6 yards by White on the run. It's now 1st and 10 at the Bills' 13 for the Buccaneers as we get started with this second quarter. No, without a doubt. I think the Patriots are a renewed team. But most importantly, right, you can talk about Drake May, you can talk about Stephon Diggs, you can talk about Travion Henderson, you can talk about the Patriots defense. The most important factor right now, I think, that's making that team truly click and find an identity is going to be Mike Vrabel, right? Having a head coach that you believe in, and that's actually gonna make you go out there and play solid and do the things that you need to do and create a good winning culture. It starts with the coach. And Mike Vrabel has done an amazing job with that organization and changing things around. And so, when you look at the Bills and you look at the opportunities that they've had over the past 5 years to, get a championship, you've allowed this Patriots team to come in now and fix things and create their situation. And so AFC East is in trouble for the Bills now, without a doubt, as it's now 2nd and 14 here for the Buccaneers, as Mayfield, looking in trouble, steps up, gets out of it, and he's just going to keep it on the run, gets a little block. He'll pick up 5 yards on the scramble. It's now 3rd down. 3rd down. Shelly says, this is because I play fantasy football. Yo, that's funny. Williams says, I think my neighbor just busted out some old school Belle Biv DeVoe. That girl is poison. That's funny. Shout out to you, Shelly. Without a doubt. Good to see you. Last week's game reminded me of the 90s and 2000s. That's crazy. Yeah, William, it's been crazy, man. It's been crazy. 3rd and 8. 2 seconds on the play clock as Mayfield takes the snap, has pressure, throws right side's going to be caught, finds some space, still going, and he is going to be right at the line. We'll see where they spot the ball. This may be 4th and inches. We got to see where they spot it, but just a quick pass right side and fighting for every inch there. I think they may give it to him as White gets 7 on the catch. But this may be 1st and goal. No, they're going to say he's short. It's 4th and inches. And the Buccaneers are going to go for it. So here we go as Mayfield back in the shotgun. He's going to keep it, runs inside, and that will be a Buccaneers touchdown as Mayfield says, I can do it too. Throws the ball to the fans, and they'll make it a 3-point game, put in the extra point, 10-7, as Baker Mayfield takes it on in for a touchdown. And so this is what happens when you don't leave a spy for Mayfield, right? Nobody's on him. Everybody's guarding. You know, their tasks, and he just runs in for an easy touchdown. First rushing touchdown in the last 17 games for Baker Mayfield. As the extra point is up, it is good. Score is now 10-7. Buccaneers now take the lead, up by 3. Cameron, what up, man? Shout out to you, bro. Good to see you. Been a minute. Where's Ric Flair? He's right here, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to old Rick in the building. Let's go. Shout out to you, Robert. What up, man? Says getting back late from church with the family. Shout out to you, Robert. Much love to you and yours. Better late than never. Better late than never. Let's go. Mike Vrabel has the quick twitch. Listen, like I said, you know, some coaches have it, some coaches don't. And you know, I think at the end of the day, that's one of the driving factors of what's going on with that organization. So there you go. Jordan Love is out. Ooh. Listen, I really feel bad for the Packers. You're right. They started off so strong. It was so hopeful. Obviously, then you go get, you know, Micah Parsons, and you think this is just a complete situation for the Packers. And over the past couple of weeks, it hasn't been good. And now to hear that Jordan Love is out, that really, really changes things. The two old quarterbacks are going at it again with a touchdown apiece, Rodgers and Flacco. It's a nice little matchup there. Nice little matchup. We got to win this time. I cried that night that we lost against the Dolphins. You cried? Come on now. I know, don't do that. I know you ain't crying. Don't do that. Shout out to you, Reginald. What up, man? He said, and he doubled down on it, y'all. Listen, don't say stuff like that. Don't even admit stuff like that. Just don't do it. Don't do it. All right, y'all. Quick timeout commercial break after the touchdown. We currently have 62 likes. We need 38 to get to 100. If you have not, make sure you guys hit that like, hit that thumbs up. We need 38 to get to 100. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate the love and support as we keep it going. Let's try to hit that 100 before we get through these commercials. So make sure you guys hit that like, hit that thumbs up. We need 38 more. Score is 10-7. Buccaneers take a 3-point lead after the Baker Mayfield touchdown. 12 minutes left in the second quarter as the Bills will receive it back momentarily. Shout out to you, Frederica. Good to see you. Wrench Gang in the house. Let's go. I cried. Allen and Cook killed my fantasy football team last week. Yeah, crying over the fantasy, crying over the Dolphins game. That's a lot of crying, y'all. I don't like to hear it. As the Bills will get back to about the 33 here. First and 10. There's no crying in football. There is no crying in football. All right. We don't do that. We don't do that. As far as the votes go, 146 votes, 69% for the Bills holding it down. Shout out to you, James. Since last week was a bad dream. Can we wake up now? I agree. Not a nightmare, just a bad dream. First and 10 here is Allen looking, throws high left side, and this is going to be blown up, incomplete. Try to get it over to Hardman. Second down. Second down. I'm going to invest in Kleenex. Says cry over the Bills movie next weekend. Y'all are funny. How is the Bills cap? And there are some good linebacks in the upcoming draft. The cap is still, I mean, last time I checked, they had $3 million, something like that. There's obviously been some adjustments made, so it's changed since then. But Bean has really no money to move on to make any kind of significant pickups like that. As this is going to be a run here by Cook, right side. He'll pick up about 4 on the carry. It's now 3rd and 6 coming up. 3rd and 6. Nicholas says, bro, where are you from? New York. New York City. Yeah, I remember that Pace commercial. Says, I'm in the Philippines from Wisconsin. Okay, shout out to the Philippines. Let's go. We got a lot of international Bills Mafia members from the Philippines that come through. Shout out to y'all. So here we go, 3rd and 6, 5 seconds on the play clock as Allen takes a snap. Pressure, looking, throws high, and this will be brought down for a first down. 13 yards to Palmer as he gets busy. It's now 1st and 10 at the 50 for the Bills. How's the weather? It's chilly. A little chilly. I got the nice coat on, nice and warm. I didn't even cut the heater on. I might just do that though, because my back does feel a little chilly. So we're gonna turn that on. Thank you for reminding me. And we got the swivel on too. So here we go as Cook breaking through. He picks up about 7 on a carry. It's now second down. Defend the dirt. Let's go. What's your team? Bills Mafia, man. Bills Mafia. Bucs here. Okay, Bucs fan in the house. Listen, we have fans from all 32 teams, so you're welcome. You are welcome. Shout out to you, Jennifer. What up? Good to see you. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm glad to be feeling better. Without a doubt. Good to see you. So here we go. 2nd and 4. As Allen back under center, they go to the run back to Cook. As he dances around, picks up maybe 2 yards. Back to another 3rd down situation. 3rd and 2. As we approach the 9-minute and 30-second mark in this second quarter. So, Jay, anybody say any more about the corner that got on the Jets in critical condition? No, it's been really quiet about that. I'll have to check into it. Really quiet. That kind of stuff, it's kind of weird how they just, stop talking about it, right? But here we go. 3rd and 3. Allen back in the shotgun. 4 wideouts as Allen takes a snap. Pressure, looking, steps up on the run, tries to make a move, cuts back, throws high left side, going for the end zone, and this is caught. Touchdown, Shavers. Big play, big pass, 43 yards, Tyrell Shavers, ladies and gentlemen. Bills Mafia touchdown. Extra point, I'm making 14-10. 14-10. Missing the deep ball, and finally, right, Josh Allen dancing around, finds some time to let the play develop. Shavers down in the end zone, finds him down the seam, and Allen on the throw for the big gain, 43-yard touchdown. And that's what you like to see. That is what you like to see. Extra point is up. It is good. And score is now 14-10. 14-10. They want the train, Jay. Get the train. There it is. All right. Shout out to you, Jason. What up, man? So I know a lot of people, wanted to see Shavers be great and thought that he would be a great asset to the team. And, When he made the team, I thought it would be a big pickup, but he would need to be developed, right? And now we're starting to see that come into fruition as well. So, maybe the little adjustments, right? The little adjustments at wide receiver changes things because that allows Brady to give Allen some freedom as far as throwing that ball down the field. And we're starting to see Josh Allen gain his confidence with just that, right? I remember seeing Allen for the last 6 weeks. He hasn't thrown the ball 40, 50 yards towards the end zone, right? So it's good to see that. Good to see that for sure. What up, Thinking? Good to see you. Good to see you. Are the Bills playing in their stadium? Because I've heard one of the announcers mention. Yeah, they're at home. They're at home. This has been feeling sick the entire first quarter. Now let's keep this momentum going, without a doubt. That's what you want to see, especially around the Christmas time. Now Allen might get a little gift from Shavers. He keeps spreading that honey to him. I agree. What up, Mark? Shout out to you, bro. Good to see you. Good to see you. Wrench Gang in the building. Reminds me of old times, Allen to John Brown. Right? John Brown. A lot of people forget about John Brown, but he could run fast, right? He had some speed on him. He had decent hands. Yeah, shout out to John Brown. Without a doubt. So sick of seeing Josh Allen having the yips. I agree. Is it possible to show us a full game? Unfortunately, it is not. You have to have the license to display the game, and if you do not, you get hit with a copyright strike, and that is not what we want to have to deal with on this channel. So, but you get me, the next best thing. So shout out to you. I need to separate the playmakers from the non-playmakers. Yeah, well, with the everybody eats mantra, that's kind of hard to do, right? Because when you're spreading the ball, you're not really going to build up the chemistry. You're not really going to develop, that true one-on-one situation where I think you will have a quote unquote, typical playmaker situation. Now, what it does mean is okay, you got to step up, right? When it's your time to, make a play, or when it's your time to get the ball, you got to step up. So I do think at the same time as it makes sense to create opportunities for everybody, I think it does create a little bit more pressure than, having a couple playmakers that knows the ball's going to come their way, who's used to it. And so, it's something that can work both ways because these guys should be ready to make a play. But it's a catch-22, like I said. So there you go. There's going to be some balling today. We're seeing some so far. Buccaneers obviously get the ball back after the touchdown. 43-yarder to Shavers, scores 14-10, 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers. 8 seconds on the play clock as Mayfield under center. They go with the run here, right side, cuts back through to the middle, and this will be a pickup of 9. It's now 2nd and 1 as White gets it going on the run. Shout out to you, Cotton Candy. Says, well, Jay, it's good to see you back in the streaming seat anyway. I hope everything is fine with you and yours too. Yeah, like I said, I feel better, much better. I feel good. It's good to be back. It's a crazy time of year. And, every year you get the sniffles and the allergies and all that kind of stuff. And, just got to stay up on the vitamins and stay hydrated, get the rest that you need to try and stay healthy. As that's going to be a big stiff arm on the run here by White as he'll pick up a first down. That's 3 yards in the carry. 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers at their 46. Josh Allen wants to show out here. He may be friends with Mayfield off the field, but he's got something to prove today. Of course, right? You can't take a loss like they did last week and not, come back and prove yourself this week. But you have a situation with, the the Buccaneers as well. Obviously, you're down a couple of your wide receivers. Your offense has to adjust as well, but there's the same thing on the other side, right? You're both 6-3. You got some things to prove if you're on the Buccaneers as well. As Mayfield throws right side, this will be incomplete. Try to fit it over to Ibuka. It'll be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. I don't know about you, but I'm on the edge of my seat already. Always on the edge of our seats for a Bills game. Win or lose. As it's going to be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Shout out to y'all. We're at 93 likes. We need 7 more to get to that 100. Make sure you guys hit that like, hit that thumbs up. And here we go. 2nd and 10 as we have motion. Mayfield toss right side. Tries to make a quick move and will go down. No gain. Actually takes a loss of 3 for Johnson. It's now 3rd and 13 at the Buccaneers 43. Mr. Cinderella Man, this is Buffalo fan from San Diego. Thanks for the commentary while I'm driving to Disneyland with the family, all decked out in our Bills Mafia gear. West Coast Bills Mafia, stay, represent. Let's go. Shout out to you and the family. Drive safe. Have fun at Disneyland. I appreciate y'all. West Coast Bills Mafia in the building. And here we go. 3rd and 12 for these Buccaneers. 5 seconds on the play clock as Mayfield takes a snap. Quick throw. Left side. That's going to be caught. Wide open. Shepard for 14 yards. And nobody's over there. Soft zone. Leaves Shepard wide open. And he reels that one in for a big first down. Don't mind me, y'all. I got a little tickle that I'm still trying to get rid of. I'm going to get some tea with the honey at halftime. So here we go. 1st and 10. 10 seconds on the play clock. As the Bills show 4 at the line. We have motion. As we'll go back to the run here. Right side, cutting through, finds a nice block. Still going all the way down to the 10 and will run in for a touchdown for the Buccaneers. As that's Tucker for 43 yards for the Buccaneers. And they will take the lead once again. You know, just soft defense on that right side. Nobody's over there. Safety can't get in there for help. And what a block by Miller, right, for the Buccaneers. Just allowing Tucker to hit that right side, full steam ahead, and breaking through. 43-yard run. And we talked about this, right? I mentioned it yesterday. Sorry, not yesterday, the day before yesterday, that, you know, the Bills defense would have trouble with the run, right? You could try to contain, but you're not going to stop them. They're going to break through, as we've seen here by Tucker for 43 yards. And this will lead to the score of 17-14, 3-point game with 5 minutes and 37 seconds left in the second quarter. Quick timeout, commercial break. Shout out to you, Tumbleweed. It's like I just fell off the edge of my seat. Our defense cannot stop a nosebleed today. Listen, that's it. That's been the discussion, right? That's been the discussion. Scott says fire Babbage. I mean, I heard that Sean McDermott had basically taken over more of the duties of the defense. So are we blaming the defensive issues still on Babbage, or are we putting more of the blame on Sean now? It's a real question. Start a GoFundMe for Babbage. Fire him immediately. VP Armor, what up, man? This is right now. The interception is a difference. Well, I mean, yeah, but the Buccaneers really didn't capitalize on it, right? They got a field goal out of it. I mean, sure, that's a 3-point difference. But it was 1st and goal at the 10 after the pick. And so, like I said, I think that's more of a situation that's in favor of the Bills, even with it being a 3-point game. Without a doubt. Gay Smasher, what up? Cedar Key, Florida Bills Mafia in the house. Let's go. Let's go. Good to see you. Good to see you. Let the players coach themselves. I mean, at what? Okay, so if you allow them to do that, what happens? Right? What happens from a point of okay, how do you take responsibility from that from an accountability point of view if you let the players coach themselves? I just don't think it could happen. I think Sean McDermott has to have control, and it's the same reason why Leslie Frazier left. Right? He has to have control, but there will always be a key piece there for people to point their finger at to absolve him from the accountability for that situation. That's my take on it. So, shout out to you, Jeff King in the building. This is my man, actually streaming it. You are a dedicated master of your craft. Not digging the game, but glad to see you. Shout out to you, Jeff. Listen, you know I'm going to show up rain, sun, sleet, snow, hail. You know, because it is what it is. We going to have fun regardless. We either going to have fun and be happy, or we going to have fun and be mad. But either way, we going to have fun. As the Bills are going to run it back all the way down to about the 50. Shout out to the special teams. I mean, at least the special teams are doing something, right? 45-yard return. They'll get down to the 49. It's now 1st and 10 as Davis doing good on the special teams. There you go. Shout out to you, Jason. Says Sean McDermott defensive play calling stinks. I agree. One thing I hate that most the Bills is that they have terrible defense and they make the offense calls that are very conservative. You got to take more big shots or try to make up for this defense. Well, fortunately for the Bills offense, I mean, I'll give them some credit today. That's what they've been doing, right? They've been taking more of the deep ball or using more of it as Allen, once again, right side, high throw, and Samuel's just a little too slow. Maybe just a step off from making another big touchdown for Allen. Right? It's right there. He's got the lane. He's got the distance. He just didn't turn those jets on when he had to get upfield, and Samuel's right there. I think he just turned around maybe too late because that ball was a little overthrown. Just a little bit overthrown, but he had a chance to get it. He had a chance to get it. It's going to be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. As the Buccaneers show 4 at the line. They bring 5. Allen throws high left side to Shakir. That's going to be incomplete. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. Shout out to you, Frederick Lucky. What up, man? What's going on with you? Easy 6, for sure. For sure. Jay, your commentary about McDermott's ceiling is spot on. I made the same argument 2 years ago. Listen, we made the same argument 2 years ago, 3 years ago, right? I said it right after the AFC Championship game. It hasn't changed, right? A lot of people flip-flop. I don't flip-flop. Like when I say something, listen, I want Sean McDermott to be successful. All right, let's get that out the way. As Allen here on the run, he's going to pick up about 8 yards. But he's going to be short. It'll be 4th and 2. I want Sean McDermott to be successful, right? First and foremost. So let's get that out the way. Now, do I believe that he's going to take the Bills to a Super Bowl? I don't. But that doesn't mean that I don't want to see him do it, right? There's a misconception that if you give any kind of constructive criticism or if you say anything that goes against, just happy feelings and anything that is what some people may seem non-supportive of Bill's coaching staff, it doesn't make you a fan. That's completely false. You have to, as this is going to be another interception for the Buccaneers. You have to be able to give, constructive criticism and be able to say things that people may be a little bit uncomfortable with, and call out the negative things that you see. As I think Allen forced this ball to Knox, who was basically triple covered. It gets tipped up in the air and it gets intercepted. And that was a bad throw by Allen. Absolutely a bad throw. Buccaneers have the ball now up 17-14 with 4:23 left in the second quarter. So, you have to be able to have these tough conversations and have these conversations that don't feel good without people getting, their panties in a bunch and being upset because, you're saying that, hey, this guy is not, maybe not be the one for the job. And it's okay to say that, right? Do I want to be proven wrong? Of course. 100%. I would love to see Sean McDermott holding up the Lombardi trophy, and I would be down there, downtown Buffalo, if the Bills won the Super Bowl, and I'd be like, yes, he finally did it. Give the man some praise. But I'm not going to sit here and act like everything's all sugar and honey if he can't do it because he's a nice guy and because he's likable and because he's great for the community. And because he's this person that everyone loves and they want to be loyal to in Buffalo. There's a lot of people in Buffalo that are nice. It doesn't mean that they can coach the Bills. That's the reality of it. So, I think the people that sit there and act like just because you say anything about Sean McDermott coaching the game, that you're attacking his character. And it's sad that they do that. It's a coping mechanism, and I absolutely disagree with it. And that's why I had to stop caring about what people say as far as what I say, in my opinion, because you don't know what you're talking about. Listen, I was berated for a year straight. I made a Facebook post that had like 10,000 shares. It probably had about 500,000 views. And I think 8,000 comments. It was absolutely crazy. But it was so many Bills Mafia members. Some of the Bills Mafia members who hadn't been a Bills Mafia member for more than 5 or 10 years. And I feel like to even have a real conversation with me about the Bills, you have to be a fan for at least 30 to 40 before I start really taking your opinion into consideration when it comes to challenging mine when it comes to this team. So I'll just leave my rant there. So there you go. Would you trade McDermott for Belichick? I was just talking about this the other night. That's so funny. This is going to be a handoff here up the middle for the Buccaneers as they pick up eight yards, and the carry is now second down. Would I trade McDermott for Belichick? As tough as it would be to deal with that, to look at this coach that terrorized this organization for decades, I would. I think I would, without a doubt. So here we go, 2nd and 2. As Tucker's going to go back to the run here, he'll pick up about a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 1, as we're now down to 3 minutes and 30 seconds here in the second quarter. Says idiots on the D-line are giving up 8 yards on first down before the carrier is even touched. And that's been the problem with this Bills run defense, right? It doesn't matter what team it is. Buccaneers, Miami, New England, right? If you have a quality running back, they're gonna pick up at least 100 on the ground with this Bills defense. As once again, Buccaneers go back to the run, and that's going to be 11 yards for White. He's carrying the whole team on his back, literally. I mean, he's got everybody on him, and he's still running up the field for another 4 or 5 yards. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. First down Buccaneers. Belichick to Buffalo needs to happen. Belichick, he's not looking to come back to the NFL. He's said it multiple times. And he's not broke. So, I think he's at the point where he may be done with the NFL in a sense. or if he does come back, it'll be some form of commentary. As we're now down to the 2-minute warning. Quick timeout commercial break. It's 2nd and 10 for the Buccaneers at the Bills 48. Quick commercial break. Commercial break. Says they're making me feel sick to my stomach. What did what did Denzel say? Smiles and cries. Smiles and cries. Smiles and cries. They robbed him for training day, for sure. For sure. Bucs came to fight, of course. But I think, like I said, Josh Allen is forcing things. Like, for instance, the first interception, he should have never tossed that ball the way that he did. Got a pick there. Then he just tried to force it into Dawson Knox, who was in double coverage. Ball gets tipped. He gets a pick there. Protect the football. Play efficient football. If it's not there, don't force it. Once again, playing Superman, doing too much, and that's the situation today. So sadly, glad I have to go to work now. I can't watch this. Don't worry, Jennifer. I'll watch it for you. You can just listen in the background. I'll keep you entertained. I will keep you entertained. Says, well, the Packers look like they're doing better with Love and Jacobs out in this game. They both got hurt. Wait, Jacobs out? Dang, I had him on the fantasy, y'all. This is bad. Wow, I see the update now. Jacobs goes to the locker room with the injury in the second quarter. Oh, my goodness. Listen, my fantasy has been obliterated due to injuries. So once again, let's see what's happening with this week, because he was good for 20 points. And once again, yep. Yeah, we're down. We're down. I mean, it's not too bad, but we down. Jacobs has 4 points. Terrible. Terrible. So, timeout commercial break. Says the play call was stupid. He's trapped in the pocket and getting pressure. He has to get rid of it. Brady is the idiot with the low percentage play calls. Shout out to you, Josh Hawkins. What up, man? Good to see you, bro. Listen, these are the situations that they're going to have to overcome, right? We know what the definition of insanity is. When you keep doing the same thing, you keep going through the same emotions, you keep going through the same scenarios, and you don't change stuff. You see the same problems, you deal with the same issues. And, fortunately for them, obviously it's a close game. We expected it to be a close game, but these mistakes, when does it create a good momentum change or a good opportunity for the Buccaneers? As Tucker gets the call again on the run, he'll pick up another 7 yards, as it's now going to be third down. Third down. I had Jacobs for an anytime touchdown. Tough. Because Jacobs is normally a lock for anytime too, right? So now I'm going to have to swap him and figure that one out. But here we go. 3rd and 5. 10 seconds on the play clock. Mayfield directing traffic. Bills show a blitz, and they'll bring 5. Mayfield has time, just dumps it off right side, and that's going to be incomplete to Otten. It's now 4th and 5 at the Bills 43. And let's see what they decide to do here, as this will be... Oh, Otten just drops it. He couldn't hold on. Couldn't hold on to it. 4th and 5. 4th and 5. Bills have to tighten up their run defense. Looked like Swiss cheese. I mean, that's just what it's been. That is what it's been. So they're at the 43, and we'll see what they do here. As looks like they're going to take the delay and then punt it away. Punt it away. Shout out to you, Keaton. Says if the Bills lose this game, someone should be fired. Listen, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Bean and McDermott will not get fired until the bottom line is affected by the Bills' performance. As long as the bottom line isn't affected by the Bills' performance doesn't affect the bottom line, Bean and McDermott ain't going nowhere. And there's going to be a lot of people who say, well, you know, multiple winning seasons and AFC East championships, and they made the playoffs. Sean and Bean aren't going nowhere. It's not because of that. They're not going anywhere because the Buffalo Bills are very profitable. And so he's not the type to make a decision like that because he's looking at it from a monetary perspective. We're looking at it from the Bills need a Super Bowl perspective. Now, dare I say that Terry Pagula doesn't care about a Super Bowl more than he cares about the money? That's a whole nother story. Whole other story, for sure. At least a field goal here, then score after half. We'll be fine. Okay. Marvin Lewis was fired after 5 straight playoffs in Cincy. Pagula's not on that kind of time. It's not going to happen. Abdul says, I've wanted McDermott gone since the Cincy home playoff loss. You can't waste a superhero quarterback with a pedestrian at head coach. And I remember, a lot of people slept on the Bengals that game, right? Because the Bills were just in such a good trajectory, right? Everything was clicking, everything was working. And we knew that Joe Burrow was good, right? And that Bengals team was good. But we didn't expect the Bills to get manhandled the way that they did. It was absolutely terrible. And it was unfortunate. It was really unfortunate because it made you realize just how vulnerable the Bills were in those kind of moments. So, is it me or has Josh Allen's competitiveness and fire inside of him slowly died out ever since he got married? I've been hearing this one too. This is another one that I think is a good point to make, but you have to ask why, right? Why does that fire start to, not burn out, but just, die down a little, right? Is that really a thing? He got married and now he doesn't have that same fire, that same drive, that same spirit. Because I think the same could be said as far as, hey, I've been with this team for 7-8 years and, we just haven't been able to get it done. And now I'm starting to lose my fire and my drive to, get to a Super Bowl. Right? We came so close so many times and it hasn't happened. Could that be a reason of why, someone would lose fire as well? It's a good question. As this is going to be tossed left side here, back over to Shavers for another 20-yard pickup. 1st and 10 for the Bills. Clock stops at 1:02 as he gets out of bounds. So, is this a boxing thing? Yeah, no curricular activities with the wife before the game. It takes away your strength and your energy. That could be it too, Jay. Maybe he's bored with the Bills. Yeah, but see, nobody wants to have that question or, have that conversation, right? They want to blame it on Haley. Can't blame it on Haley, right? I mean, I think as a man, Josh Allen did what he's supposed to do, right? He's supposed to, get married, have a family, and grow as a man. As this is going to be thrown incomplete, I think he understands his job and what he has to do. But from a mental point of view, right? Even the best players in the game are going to have those moments where they'll have a little bit of doubt, right? Just a little bit of doubt, right? They're only human. They're not machines, even though we think they are. As there's going to be a flag thrown here, roughing the passer on the Buccaneers. That's going to push the Bills to the 43. 1st and 10. 1st and 10. He's gotten disenchanted with this team. I mean, Listen, he's not going to come out and say it, right? But I do think when you look at him on that sideline and you look at him when he's sitting on the bench and you're wondering why he's got that, deer in the headlights look. We've seen the deer in the headlights look before Haley was even a thought of being in his life. So when people are like, oh, it's Haley, it's like, well, we've seen Josh Allen with that deer in the headlights look before Haley even existed. So I don't think it's that. So here we go, 1st and 10 as Allen back in the shotgun. Quick toss right side, high over to Knox. That's going to be punched out, incomplete. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's like he's on IR for calling the coach ugly. Y'all are funny. Super windy at Highmark Stadium. 2nd and 10 for these Bills. We're at 50 seconds in this second quarter. Says OMG, our receivers can't catch anything in this game, not even a cold if it was handed to them. As Allen toss right side here, this is over to Samuel. He'll pick up about 6 on the catch. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now, 45 seconds on the clock. So you at least want to get a field goal out of this drive, right? Don't waste it. You're currently at the 48. It's 3rd and 5. Try to get at least a field goal. I know it's windy, so it may be a little tricky. We'll have to see what happens. Here we go. Shout out to you, Jeff King. 10 seconds on the play clock. 45 seconds left in the second quarter as Allen takes a snap. They bring everybody on this screen here. Left side on the move, still going all the way down to the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Bills. And there it is. Ty Johnson on the catch and run. Good screen, good run. And the Bills now will strike and try and make it a 4-point game before the half, y'all. Let's go. Shout out to you, Jeff King, coming through with the $10 super chat. Showing the love, showing the appreciation. I thank you for the $10 donation. Says, need a good laugh? Watch the Eddie Murphy documentary. The end is priceless. Eddie has two life puppets of Richard Pryor and Bill Cosby talking about. Yo, that's crazy. That's wild. Shout out to you, Jeff King. I appreciate you, bro. That's old school for real. Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy. Talk about two people that will get canceled for their comedy now. It'd definitely be those two, without a doubt. Shout out to you, bass player. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Score is now 21-17 with the extra point. 36 seconds left in the second quarter. Good touchdown, 52 yards for Johnson on the play. Shout out to you, September girl. Good to see you. Good to see you. Defense needs to step up. Yeah, they got to get some stops. For sure. Says this room is bipolar. Reminds me of the Broncos fans. Listen, we stand on what we say now. Good Bills, bad Bills, we stand on what we say. For sure. Shout out to you, Rock and Roll Outlaw. Let's go. As far as the votes, 284 votes, 65% for the Bills, still holding it down. As far as the likes, y'all, we're currently at 124. Make sure you hit that like, hit that thumbs up. Our next goal is going to be 200. We need 75 more likes, 75 more thumbs up to get to 200. So make sure you hit that like, hit that thumbs up. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe. Click that bell, turn on your notifications so you don't miss a stream. As the Buccaneers will get it back after the 52-yard touchdown. And they'll get back to about the 37 with 29 seconds on the clock and 2 timeouts. Maybe they can make it a 1-point game with a field goal before the half. Laugh with Court says, is it acceptable to have wings with eggs for breakfast? You know what? I've never heard of that, but I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Wings with eggs? How would you do it though? I mean, like you can't do a fried egg. It has to be like scrambled, right? Or something like that. Quick toss, left side. This is going to be caught here for about 7 yards. It's now second down. Quick timeout called. And now the Buccaneers are at their 44, 2nd and 2. What up, Ryan? Shout out to you, bro. Ryan in the building. Yeah, well, it's acceptable to have wings at any time for sure. But with the eggs, I don't know. It's a little interesting. It's a little interesting. I think if you do it, you gotta do it like scramble. There's gotta be another component to this. It can't just be wings and eggs. There's gotta be another component somewhere. But here we go. 24 seconds left in the second quarter. 2nd and 2 for the Buccaneers as Mayfield back in the shotgun. Takes a snap, looking, steps up, throws high, left side. What a catch in traffic. Wow. Shepard, huge catch, gets down to about the 32, 1st and 10, 15 seconds on the clock as the Buccaneers use a timeout. And so now at this point, you're going to take a shot to the end zone. If it's not there, obviously kick a field goal. But, wow. What a throw by Mayfield. Quick shout out to September Girl coming through with the $5 super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the $5 donation. Now, Ryan, why would you bring that up? Please don't do that. You know we don't do that. Just put hot sauce in your eggs is like having hot wings before they're actually hot wings. That's funny. Vito says pitiful defense. We've been saying it. You just got to hope that this offense can put up 40, 45 points at this point. So here we go. 1st and 10. Obviously, like I said, going to take a shot to the end zone here. And if it's not there, they'll probably kick a field goal. But here we go. 5 seconds on the play clock. Mayfield changing up the play. Takes a snap. Looking. Throws short on a slant. Slides. Wow. Okay. 9 seconds. They're going to call a flag here. Why? Wow. There's a what? Defensive delay of game. What is going on here? Okay. So they tried to get set and it looks like Bernard hit the ball, which caused a delay. All right, this is crazy. This is really crazy. So 6 seconds are on the clock. This is the wildest flag I've ever seen. I don't. Wow. All right. So they put 9 seconds back on the clock. They're at the 18 now, so they get one more shot at this towards the end zone. They put 3 more seconds back on the clock. I don't understand why. And now the Bills are going to take a timeout. This is crazy. This is so crazy. Wow. All right. All right. How does the defense delay a game? I've never seen it either. Now, he did knock the ball out of his hand, but I don't know if it was intentional. I don't know if it was intentional, but even if it was, all right. Okay. So 9 seconds on the clock, 1st and 10. This is wild. Very wild. Only in Buffalo. Only in Buffalo. So you got a 4-point game. Buccaneers in a position to either kick a field goal or take another shot towards the end zone, which, like I said, I'm sure they're going to do that. Quick shot. If it's not there, he'll throw it away. They'll try to kick a field goal, probably with 3 seconds left. But here we go. 10 seconds on the play clock. Mayfield takes a snap, looking, throws short left side. It's caught. And they'll just make it an easier field goal. All right, so quick catch down to the 11, 2nd and 4, 5 seconds on the clock. Just trying to make it an easier field goal to make it a 1-point game. There we go. Quick shout out to Vicky Johnson for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. So here we go. 29-yard attempt. And kick is up. And it is no good. No good. Wait a minute. Oh, my goodness. There's a flag for defensive holding. There's a flag for defensive holding right now. The kick was no good. There's a flag for defensive holding with 1 second on the clock. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Defensive holding on a field goal? So they'll re-kick. They'll re-kick. 1st and goal. Okay. What is this? And kick is up this time, and it's good. Score is 21-20. Y'all, this is bad. This is bad. Very bad. With that said, we're at halftime. I'm gonna go get hydrated and digest what we just watched happen to make it a 1-point game. And yeah. There we go. Holding on a field goal. That makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. Yeah. Crazy. So where is... So yeah, that's set. That's all taken care of. What's the issue? What is the problem? Properties? Yeah. All right. Whatever. Not working. All right, cool. Issues. Like I said, they're making stuff up. it's I'm not going to say what I want to say, but definitely some crazy stuff going on here for sure. For sure. Without a doubt. Time to get more coffee. Try to make sense. Yeah, make sense of those 2 calls. Try to make sense of that. Quick timeout commercial break, y'all.
I'm floating on the dance floor tonight. Yeah, the feeling in my system feels right. Cause I came here to dance, 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 dance. Dance, 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 dance the night away. Dance, 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 dance. Dance, 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 dance the night away. I'm floating on the dance floor tonight. Yeah, the feeling in my system feels right. Cause I came here to dance, 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 dance. Dance, 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 dance the night away. Dance, 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 dance. Dance, 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 dance the night away.
All right, y'all. I don't know, like why this thing's should be getting back ready here for for these Bills and these Buccaneers. I'm just trying to figure out why my music is having so many problems. I don't know why. I don't know. I went through all these different inputs, and now that's working. But that's not the actual setting that I normally have it on, so I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll have it ready for tomorrow night. Like I said, I was kind of rushing today, and because I was out of town. Literally, we had just got off the road after driving 4 hours, and I had to come in here and get this all set up in 10 minutes. Like when we pulled into the driveway, it was 12:50. So, but yeah, I'll figure it all out. Figure it all out. All right, so Bills get the ball as we start this second half here, and what was a very interesting last minute of the second quarter has now led to a 1 point game where it's 21-20, and the Bills will start with the ball. So here we go. Here we go. As the Bills will take it here from the 1. Hits that right side and still going. And we'll start at about the 44, 1st and 10. Shout out to you, James. Who do you like, Rams versus Seattle? I think Rams. Yeah, I like the Rams too. I mean, no disrespect to Sam Darnold. You know, I mean, they've got a pretty strong team over there. I just like the Rams better. I agree with you, my friend. I agree with you. Shout out to you bass players. Let your sound engineer handle the audio, Jay. Listen, your boy Jay does it all. Jack of all trades. I'm the sound engineer. I'm the mix, the production manager. Boy Jay does it all. I hold all the job titles. Quick run up the middle by Cook. He'll pick up about a yard. As Allen's 8 for 17. Mayfield is 10 of 14. 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions for Allen. 1 touchdown for Mayfield. 155 passing yards for Allen, 95 for Mayfield. As it's now 2nd and 8, Allen back in the shotgun, 10 seconds on the play clock. And that's going to be a false start on the Bills. Backing them up, 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Yo, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. All right, here we go. 2nd and 13. As we're now down to 14 minutes here in the third quarter. Allen back in the shotgun. Quick toss, and Shakir is taken down immediately. Loss of another 3 yards. It's now 3rd and 16. 3rd and 16. Shout out to you, Jack. What up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Why can't Ray Davis do this as a running back? It's a great question. Great question. Shout out to Javier. Says, let's go Buffalo. Great show. This guy knows his sports. We've been saying for years, fire McDermott, same coach, same result. Time to move on. Shout out to you, Javier. Listen, y'all know I keep it real and I speak facts. And we're going to continue to do so. 3rd and 16 here as Allen looking, steps up, in trouble, gets out of it, on the run, has space, tosses it behind him, left side, and is that a lateral? I hope it is. No flags? Flag came out. Oh, my goodness. I mean, he's... I don't know. Yeah, he threw it behind him. That's got to be a lateral. But there is a flag down, so we got to see what's going on here. Maybe the refs just didn't like it. They're calling it an illegal forward pass. He's behind him. Yeah, he threw it. So the way Allen threw it was more of like side than behind. It's 4th and 9. This is New York said no. New York's like, nah, get it out of here. We're sick of the trick plays. We're sick of you trying to improvise. No, it was not. It was not a lateral. Get it out of here. So the Bills will punt it away back to the Buccaneers all the way down to the 3, 1st and 10. 1st and 10. What up, Jacob? This is James. How's James Cook doing? He's doing okay. He's doing okay. So glad I gave up drinking years ago, or I would have shoved the shot glass aside and started chugging from the bottle already. Listen, after this game's over, I'm going to get some Baileys and some food, man. I need a little Irish liqueur. Just a little bit. Quick shout out to Elizabeth Marcello for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Hey, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe. Click that bell. Turn on your notifications. That way you don't miss a stream as we get to this quick timeout commercial break. Also, we're currently at 154 likes. The next goal is 200. We need 45. 45 more likes, 45 more thumbs up to get to that 200 mark. Make sure you guys hit that like, that thumbs up. I do appreciate the love and support. Close game, 1-point game. It's 21-20 with 12 minutes and 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Buccaneers have the ball down at their 3 as Baker Mayfield and company will take it over after the quick timeout commercial break. I don't blame you, Jay. Have a shot for me. Well, you don't do shots of Bailey's. You go get yourself a nice glass of that, put it on the rocks, and then enjoy yourself. As far as the hard stuff, I left the hard stuff alone. I'll do like a nice, like I said, nice little Bailey's. It's nice and chill. Or if we're out and about, me and the lady, we go out, I'll go get a Manhattan, little chill drink. And that's how I do it nowadays. Shout out to We Are Fitness for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Fitness is always good. It's always good. You need it in your life. You needed to be healthy. But it's not just about eating the right foods. You also need to be active, and you need to have a good regimen. And you can only find the best regimen at We Are Fitness. Make sure that you check out We Are Fitness. They are great for your fitness journey. Go ahead and check them out before your New Year's resolution. Give them a call today. We Are Fitness, y'all. Listen, if you need promotion, hit up your boy Jay. I'm giving out Black Friday discounts. Shoot me an email. I got you. All right. Talk to Wolf says, then go for it. 4-3. All right. 1st and 10. Here we go. As Mayfield under center, they go back to the run here, and that's going to be a stop at the line for no gain. Second down. This is Tampa Bay lucky refs called flag because Bills was about to score a touchdown. Yeah, I agree. They definitely stalled that drive. For sure. Definitely stalled the drive. A game hasn't been this strange since the EMU ran out on the field for Liberty Mutual. That's funny. Bailey sponsor. I'd be down to do that. For sure, I'd be down to do that. As Mayfield back in the shotgun here, 3 seconds on the play clock, takes a snap, pressure, looking, throws right side in traffic, broken up, incomplete. Good defense for the Bills. Now 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. Shout out to you, We Are Fitness. No problem, man. I'm just joking. It's all fun and games. Glad you're here. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome. Bills need an interception. I agree. Like right now, get the ball back right now, punch it out, do something. 3rd and 10, little train action for these Bills. And here we go. Whoops. I didn't want to hit that. That's music. Come on, Jay, get it together. There it is. 3rd and 10 as Mayfield drops back, quick throw high. It is caught, and he's going to be just at the line. We'll see where they spot it. I think they're going to call it 4th and inches here. And they will. You're not going to go for this, are you? I don't think you will. Not in a 1-point game. Maybe you will question where they spot the ball, though, because I do think that is a 1st down. So we'll see what happens here. As Otten visibly upset about it, but they're going to call it 4th and 1. And let's see what they decide to do. Listen, if they go for this at their 13, this is complete disrespect. That means they don't respect this Bills defense at all. And to be honest, I would blame them. Why not? There's nothing to fear when it comes to the Bills defense, so why not go for it on your own 13? Tomorrow night, Monday Night Football. So they're going to measure it once again and see if it's a 1st down or not. I think it's a 1st down. But they spotted it short. So Irish cream is good. Never drank much of it, but I enjoy it when I did have. Yeah, I mean, that's my go-to now as far as a, chill, relaxed drink. And they're going to punt it away. They're going to be responsible. As like I said, it's too close of a game to play that. And for the most part, your defense has kept it a close game. So why be risky? I mean, it's not like your name is Dan Campbell or anything. So Buccaneers will punt it away. Decent kick. It's down here at the 40. Ball comes out, recovered by the Buccaneers. I'm done. You see all these red jerseys coming. You don't think to take. You just don't think to call a fair catch. All these red jerseys in front of you. Let me call a fair catch. No, no. Muffed it. Buccaneers recover. This is. It's like just fair catch. This is why I said just doing too much. It's too much. 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers. Here we go. 10 seconds on the play clock as Mayfield, little play action, has time. Quick toss right side, and this will be caught for about 8 yards. 2nd down. The discipline is just terrible. Terrible. Why didn't he fair catch? That's what I'm. Listen. Sea of red jerseys. You're like, you know what? I got this. I'm Thanos. I'll take on everybody. 2nd and 2 for the Buccaneers after the fumble on the punt. 5 seconds on the play clock. Mayfield back under center. They go back to the run right up the middle. Tucker, huge run, 14 yards. As he gets down to the Bills 21, it's 1st and 10. 1st and 10. So, Jay, this new generation players don't know when fair catch when they see the defensive players. It's like, yeah, I see everybody. I'm still going to take it. I'm going to make a play. Bills fan 1970. I can't do this anymore, Jay. just take a breath. Take a breath and relax. Go get yourself some Baileys if you need it, or a shot, or whatever you have, but do it responsibly. As this is going to be a reverse left side and picks up about 8 yards. I mean, that just every time there's a run, it's 8 yards, 7 yards, 10 yards, 11 yards. Carrying people on their backs. This offense, they're going to have to put up 40 points to win this game. At least 40. It's sad. Josh Allen's got to be Superman every week. Hey, I said it. How much can one man do, right? If you got the whole team on his shoulders, how much can he do? As it's going to be 2nd and 3, 3 seconds on the play clock. As Otten motions, they go back to the run. He gets stopped this time. Good stop for the Bills. Defense is now 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3. I'm currently having a Labatt Blue. Cheers, Jay. Shout out to you, Preston. Cheers to you as well. Cheers to you as well. Allen has 0 help on offense also. I mean, they've made some plays, right? They've made some plays. I'm done. I'm going to write my fan fiction story. Yeah. Hi, my name's Jay, and I'm ready to tell my story. Here we go. 3rd and 3 as Mayfield in trouble, gets out of it on the run, right side. How are you beating him? How is Baker Mayfield beating you to the edge for a 1st down, a 1st and goal for 8 yards? How is Baker Mayfield beating you, Bernard? How? You're watching him run. You're watching him run. And he beats you to the edge for a 1st and goal at the 6. Buccaneers 1st and goal. 1st and goal. That's right. I'm ready to tell my story. 1st and goal. 3 seconds on the play clock as we're down to 7 minutes and 30 seconds. High throw, and that's going to be incomplete. Batted down. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal. So, yeah, Otten could have reeled that in, but luckily Poyer makes a play at the last second, stops that, as it's now 2nd and goal. 7:31 on the clock in this 3rd quarter. Bills defense needs to make a stop. They got to do something here, right? Something substantial. As Otten motions, Mayfield back under center, Tucker in the backfield. Mayfield changing up the play. 3 seconds on the play clock. They go back to the run. Right side, Tucker, easy, walk-in, touchdown. Buccaneers. It's running right through everybody. Swiss cheese defense for these Bills. And pinning the extra point, it'll be 27-21. 27-21. So, for the Buccaneers, do you go for 2 here? Do you go for 2? I think you do. So here we go. 2-point conversion to try and make this 28-21 as Mayfield takes a snap, looking, steps up on the run once again, and he's going to be short. He is going to be short. It is no good. And score stays 26-21. I mean, you can't be mad at that, right? Analytics say 20, you'll go for the 2 to make it 28-21. If you don't get it, really doesn't matter. You're still up by 5. Bills need more than a field goal to obviously Bills need more than the field goal to take the lead, so they have to go down and score a touchdown. So yeah, I'm not mad about it. Kincaid, I haven't seen him out there. It's been the knock show. Shout out to you, Mary Lou. Says, well, Bills will lose again. Hisai says the tradition of getting mollywopped against the run during the McAdoo era continues. Let's talk about it. Listen, I dropped a video 2 days ago. If you didn't see the video, go check it out. It wasn't bad. I think I stayed conservative for the most part. I stayed conservative. I voiced my opinion. I didn't go full on scorched earth, but I think I said everything that I needed to say that was very accurate, that was unemotional in regards to what's going on with this team and coaching. So if you didn't see it, go check it out. Check it out after the stream. Preston says, I enjoyed the video. A lot of people said they enjoyed the video. I only got a couple people who were upset about it. They didn't like what I said about Sean. And like I said, I get it, but I don't care at the same time. I mean, it is what it is. At some point, things either need to change or, we need to see him hoisting up a Lombardi trophy with this team. That's just the reality of it. But, I was very fair in what I said, for sure. Says, now you keeping it real on your head coach. 100%. Shell says, we got time. It wouldn't be a Bills game if it was easy. We got problems, no doubt, but this is not a blowout yet. Have faith. Yeah, I mean, I always have the faith, right? I've willed people to stick around in the stream. I've willed people to stay at the Bills Stadium who thought it was over before, and we've seen the Bills come back. So me having the faith has never been an issue. I think it's just more so of the mistakes and the discipline that this team is making that creates the issues of the expectations. So, Bills are 6-3, New England's 9-2. AFC East has without a doubt slipped away. And, now the Bills are fighting for their lives. So there you go. You've only been saying it for 3 seasons. I mean, you can take it back to 22. Take it back to 22. Because that's when I started really highlighting some of the significant issues and problems that I've seen. So there you go. Shout out to Riley Parker. What's going on with you? How you doing? All right, y'all. So after the touchdown for the Buccaneers, they'll send it back to the Bills. with 7:26 on the clock left in the third quarter. They'll take it here from the 13. Misses a tackle, still going, goes all the way down to the 45, and that ball comes out, but he was down by contact. As Davis has been on a mission for special teams. Maybe he's found his calling, y'all. Kick returner, he's been working magic as he's gotten down to the 50, got down to the 45 twice now, and has set up the Bills to be in good territory once again on Tampa Bay side. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Bills. They're at the 46. And let's see what the Bills can do now. Ray Davis is alive. He's alive. As play action here for Allen. Looking, throws high, right down the middle. This is going to be caught for Shavers once again, making big plays. He'll pick up 21 on the catch. 1st and 10 at the 25. For Shavers on the catch. So Josh Allen, now it's your turn. Put you in a good position. I agree. Wallaby, the trooper says Josh Allen pick incoming. That's crazy. No faith, my friend. Scare Jay. Are you saying like you're scared? Like you're scared? You know me. I'm chilling. I'm good. I'm not scared. But for the scared people, you gotta have faith. As Cook now gets it going on the run, picks up about 6 on the carry. You know, I think it makes sense to definitely keep it on the ground, right? We've seen a little mix of the, little mix of the pass. Deep ball has been there, right? Slants have been good and decent. Now I think you switch it up and you go to the run. You get Cook involved, right? Try to wear down that defense some. Give the ball to Cook. He's killing me in fantasy. Figure if I'll project it, he'll throw a touchdown. So here we go. As I go back to the run here with Cook, and he will get stopped this time. Loss of 2. And it's going to be 3rd down. 3rd and 6 coming up. I need a Shavers jersey. I don't know who he is, but I need it. Well, it might be time to pick one up. Who knows? Might work out. So here we go. 3rd and 6. We're down to 12 seconds on the play clock. 5 minutes on the game clock. And here we go. As Allen back under center, Cook in the backfield. I expect a play action here. As Allen takes a snap, play action, rolls out, right side looking, fakes the throw, nothing there, and that's going to be thrown incomplete. 4th and 6, and they'll kick a field goal. Crazy. 4th and 6, they'll kick a field goal. The kid's texting me, so I got to respond. So Bills are making a 2-point game. Field goal is good. Score is now 26-24. 26-24. Shout out to you, Dante. What up, man? This is barely tuning in. Had to handle business this morning. About to fire up the grill. Beautiful 86-degree sunny day. As always, keep up the great work, young man, sir. Shout out to you, Dante. I appreciate you, man. That sounds good. Nice little barbecue. Put some steaks on the grill, some ribs on the grill, a couple burgers, Salen's hot dogs. I'm with it. Without a doubt. All right. Timeout commercial break. Score is now 26-24, 2-point game. 5 minutes and 1 second left in the third quarter. So now the question is, can this Bills defense get a significant stop? Right? Can you get a stop? Can you stop the run? That's going to be your Achilles heel, stopping the run, right? The Buccaneers are in this game because of the run. Now, on the flip side for the Buccaneers, keep the run going, right? You keep the run going. You keep the clock flowing. Put yourself in a position to score again. You're already up by 2. You've got the momentum. Can you keep it? So what you know about the sweet baby rays and the ribs? Come on now. What you know about the Sweet Baby? First off, you don't just put the Sweet Baby Rays on the ribs. You got to put some honey in the Sweet Baby Rays. What you know about that? See, most people, they just put the sauce on the ribs and, oh, I'm done. It's good. And no, you got to doctor up that sauce. Sometimes you got to add to that sauce and make it right. Add your little flavor to it. The Sweet Baby Rays is good, but you got to kick it up a little bit. Maybe you want to add a little honey and cayenne to that Sweet Baby Rays. Add a little spice to it. Now what? What you know about that? Stubbs, I love Stubbs too. See, Stubbs got that little tang and that kick to it. You can leave Stubbs alone. That's one you actually can leave alone. Throw it on some chicken. Throw it on the sausage. Yeah, the Stubbs is a good one too. I rock with both of those. But that Sweet Baby Rays, you can doctor it up a little bit because it's got more of a standard barbecue taste. But that Stubbs got that twang to it. It's got that twang to it. It's got that twang. Shout out to you, Molly. Good to see you. Good to see you. What's happening? Got ourselves a close game. Shout out to y'all. We're currently at 175 likes. We need 25 more to get to 200. Make sure you hit that like, hit that thumbs up. I do appreciate the love and support. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe. Click that bell. Turn on your notifications. That way you don't miss a stream. As we get back to it, Bills kick a field goal, make it a 2-point game. And now they'll send it back to the Buccaneers with 5 minutes left in the third quarter here. As this will be taken from the 3. Cuts back to that right side and goes down at about the 26, 27. That's where the Buccaneers will start, 1st and 10. 1st and 10. So you crazy. Speaking facts, though. Listen. Listen. You know. Shout out to you, Jeffrey. What up, man? Philippines in the building. Says that's cheating on the barbecue sauce. We make our own down here. All right, now. I don't want to hear nothing about no barbecue in Florida. Nothing. I ain't saying y'all all can't do it. I'm just saying, as a collective, Florida ain't known for their barbecue. I'm about to start a mess. I know it. I'm fine doing it. We know where the real barbecue is. It's the Midwest, St. Louis and all that. You can find some good down in Texas. But that's where the real barbecue is at. Midwest. With a few outliers and all that. Yeah, I had the gator. The gator tail's pretty good. You can't season it, though. You got to eat gator tail straight up because it's already salty. So here we go. 2nd and 6 for these Buccaneers. 3 seconds on the play clock as Mayfield, play action, looking. Throws right side, and this is going to be incomplete. No, it's going to be caught for 4 yards. There's also a flag down. But this will be an eligible downfield pass. Declined. 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6. Barbecue gator? Yeah. Draco says, you crazy. As a Tampa native, some of the best barbecue is in Florida. Listen, I see. I knew I was going to start something. I'd have been in Tampa. I'd have been all around Tampa, Clearwater. I've been through there. I done had some barbecue. I said a select few, but as a collective, Florida is not known for their barbecue. It's some spots. I done been down to Ybor City. I done had some barbecue down by Ybor City, and it was good. I give y'all some credit, but as a collective, Florida ain't known for their barbecue. We got to keep it real. As this is thrown here, right side, picked off, ladies and gentlemen, picked off, and the Bills will have it. A defensive play, ladies and gentlemen, this Bills defense, Bishop on the pick, and finally, this Bills defense makes a play and picks off Baker Mayfield. There we go. Shout out to you, Molly. Says, I was watching the game on TV, but I prefer to see you and hear your knowledge. Let's go. Shout out to you, Molly. I appreciate you. But shout out to you, Draco, as well, for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. What up, Brian Allen? He said, what up, Jay? Florida's barbecue, right? I said, there's certain spots where they doing a thing, but as a collective, ain't no. When people think barbecue, they ain't saying the bell ain't going off and saying Florida. I'm just saying there's some spots down there, and we gonna give them credit. But when we talk about barbecue, we ain't think it ain't just, well, we gotta go down to Florida to get some barbecue. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. All right. Cole Bishop with the interception. Bills take it over. 1st and 10. But now you got to capitalize on it, right? Now you got to do something with it. You're at the 25. 25. And here we go. 1st and 10. Allen takes a snap. In trouble. Steps up. Throws. Left side's going to be caught. James Cook, ladies and gentlemen. And there it is. Easy touchdown, James Cook. And the Bills will now go up by 3, pinning the extra point, 31-26. Fast score, right? Quick in a hurry. Get it done real quick. Real fast. It's like a nice sear on a steak. You just drop it down there real quick. Flip it, get that sear going. Like lightning, James Cook. 1 play, 16 yards, touchdown. James Cook, ladies and gentlemen. Extra point is good. It's now 31-26. Bills up. Bills up. They said, we want the train. And there it is. We want the train, Jay. Shout out to y'all. Also, a quick shout out to Lenny. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Welcome. Welcome to the channel. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Welcome, welcome. All right, y'all. Bills up now by 3, 31-26. And I said it. I was like, listen, Bills got to put up 40. They got to put it. We want to see Bills put up 40 in this game. Right? This ain't, it's far from over. A lot of football left. You got 3 minutes and 48 seconds left in the third quarter. You got the whole fourth quarter to go. Bills got to put up 40 if they're going to win this game. Because the Buccaneers are trailing right behind, and guess what? They can come down and score 2. They can come down and score 2. Josh Allen said James Cook's down there somewhere. It's like, down there somewhere. Just go get it. It's down there. So just go get it. Somebody. Make a play. Make a play. Timeout commercial break. Timeout commercial break. We're currently at 190 likes, y'all. We need 10 more to get to that 200. Make sure you hit that like, hit that thumbs up. We need 10 more. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe. Click that bell. Turn on your notifications. That way you don't miss a stream. I do appreciate the love and support as we keep it going. All right. All right. Yeah, Bills needed that bad. For sure. For sure. Y'all are funny. Who do you think's winning the Super Bowl? It's too early. Way too early. Yeah, we not talking about Super Bowl at all. Not yet. It's too early. Mrs. Steaks in the States. Steak in the Philippines is like chewing a leather belt. That's crazy. Draco says, I can hear my parlays sizzling. Shake back Bucs. All right, Draco, I see you. See, I got the parlay on the line. I need these yards. I need these yards. Says, when Cook is on fire, I swear he is like a greased pig. They can't get a hold of him. He's been one of the most consistent players on the Bills alongside Josh Allen, right? mixing it up with James Cook, I think is a great idea. For sure. I think it's a great idea. Says it used to be a real barbecue place in Depew made by a real pit master. Buffalo Bills used to go to it. They're playing rides to the games. Jay, where do you go in Buffalo for barbecue? It's tough. It's tough. Buffalo's not known for barbecue. There's a couple other, couple spots where you can find a guy with a smoker trying to do his thing. You might get lucky, something tastes good. But like it's not, they're one dimensional, right? As far as from all the small spots that I went to, like the mom and pop shops, you go to one spot, they may have good ribs, but the brisket's bad. You go to the other spot, the brisket's good, but the ribs are bad. Another spot may have really good sausages, but the ribs and the brisket's terrible. It's hit or miss. There's no real all around place you can go in Buffalo where you'll find a really good solid barbecue place. It's like different places where you get to like just pick from where they might do one thing really good. So you're not gonna find good barbecue in Buffalo. It's just the reality of it. You may find a good substitute. If you when you get real hungry and you eat that one thing and you're like, man, this is real good right now. But like you go back there 2 weeks and you're not really hungry. You eat the same thing. You're like, this is just okay. It's kind of like that. I think that kind of happens to some people when they go to these spots. They just really hungry and they like try it. They're like, oh, it's so good. It's like, nah, you was just hungry. Like you got to go back to that same spot when you're not really hungry and try it again. That's going to give you the real effect. The real effect. Shout out to Marianne. What up, man? Says I'm back and I want to see us win this so we can take back the AFC East, but we got to dominate right here, right now, and get this W. I agree. So here we go. Back to a 2nd and 9 for the Buccaneers. 8 seconds on the play clock. Baker Mayfield back in the shotgun. Bills show a blitz. They bring 4 as Mayfield throws left side. This is going to be caught and a pickup of about 8 yards. It'll be 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3. I always have to score at least 35 to stand a chance. I've been saying that for 4 years. You got to put up at least 35, but in this one, you got to put up 40. 35 ain't going to cut it. 35 ain't going to cut it in this one. They got to put up 40. So here we go. 3rd and 1 for the Buccaneers as we're now down to 2 minutes and some change here in the third quarter. 8 seconds on the play clock as Tucker in the backfield, Mayfield back under center. They go to the run. Little stutter step, breaks through and picks up about 6 yards. First down, Buccaneers. Molly says, not Smoky Bones. Listen, I'll give Smoky Bones some credit. They have their smoked wings are decent once you add like the little sauce to it, but everything else, it's like McDonald's for barbecue. As they'll go back to the run here with Tucker, he'll pick up another couple yards. It's going to be 2nd down. Smoky Bones is like Dickies. They're just, cookie cutter barbecue. Nobody's ever in there. When you walk in those spots, you can go to Smoky Bones right now and you'll see one family sitting in the corner and the whole restaurant's just quiet. And they'll still take an hour to get you your food. 2nd and 8, 5 seconds on the play clock as Mayfield directing traffic. They go back to remember Tucker as he'll pick up another couple yards. And now it's 3rd down. 3rd down. Y'all be careful about opening up a can of worms, talking about the wings. Somebody's going to want ranch. Somebody's going to want a blue cheese. You know how it is. Listen, there is no pressure over here. It is cut and dry. There is no other sauce that goes on your wings. It is blue cheese only. That is it. And now it's 3rd and 6. So here we go. 5 seconds on the play clock, 15 seconds on the game clock as Mayfield steps up in trouble, fakes the throw, and picks up a big first down. This is just out of control. Y'all let Mayfield pick up big yardage. He's shaking defenders, little shake and bake, crossing people. He crossed over Bosa and picked up a first down. That's going to end the third quarter. Baker Mayfield out here playing basketball, y'all. He's shaking defenders. Hit him with the AI crossover. Crazy. Crazy. I guess Baker's Lamar Jackson. Yo, Baker is out here crossing people over and picking up first downs. I just don't know what to say. I don't. Quick shout out to Liam Mandelbaum as well as Of the Chosen for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Shout out to you guys. We're currently at that 200 likes. I appreciate y'all for getting us there. Let's keep it going. Next goal is going to be 300. We need 99 more likes, 99 more thumbs up. So make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe, click that bell, turn on your notifications. That way you don't miss a stream. Make sure that you do subscribe. That way you don't miss out. Shout out to you, Liam. Patty Cake, Baker Man. Shout out to Aiden VR for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. How did Bosa and Bernard let Baker get that first down? Shook them boys out their boots. Out the boots. It's crazy. We pay Bosa money to watch the quarterback run by. Bosa's standing there with his hips on his hands on his hips like this. I didn't know he could run like that. Wow, he can run. He can really run. That's what Knox said as Baker's picking up the first down. Quick shout out to Save Point Gaming Lounge for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. We're in a quick timeout commercial break. Score is 31-26 as Baker Mayfield picking up first downs and more. Timeout. What's going on with the fantasy, y'all? How y'all doing in fantasy? Are y'all doing good? Because I'm not. It's really unfortunate what's going on in fantasy right now. We 6-3 and we about to lose again. Unbelievable. Wow. We got 20 points right now, y'all. Today, 80. Projected 123 to 143. It's bad. It's bad. Every week, somebody getting injured. All right, so here we go. Baker Mayfield. Back under center. They go to the run here. And this will be a pickup of about 6 yards as Johnson gets it going on the run. It's now 2nd and 4 at the Bills 31 as we start this fourth quarter. Says couldn't tackle a bucket of wings. It's like he couldn't handle a 20-piece right now. Shout out to TISM Tickles for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Tism Tickles. I got you. 2nd and 5 as they go back to the run, breaking through for another 2 to 3 yards. And it's going to be 3rd down once again for the Buccaneers. In a 4-point game. There we go. I apologize. It's a 5-point game. 31-26. So 3 yards for White. It's now 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. And here we go. 10 seconds on the play clock as Mayfield directing traffic. Bills show a 4-man rush. Quick toss right side. That's going to be caught by Tucker. Easy walk-in touchdown. Buccaneers. Nobody's over there. Once again, no safety for help. Once Tucker's gone, easy lane, he's there. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Wow. Shout out to Grim Reaper 93 for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Secondary is just blowing it up right now in a bad way. Blowing it up. So there it is. Pending the extra point, it'll be 33-21. Unless they go for 2. Shout out to you, Angela. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. So they're going to go for 2, as I suspected. And here we go. As Mayfield changing up the play, 4 wideouts. Takes a snap. Throws right side high, and this is out of bounds. Caught out of bounds. No good on the attempt. Back to a 1-point game. 32-31. There have been roughly 5 lead changes in this game. That is how close this thing has been. About 5 lead changes. 1-point game. Buccaneers up 32-31 with 13:38 left in the fourth quarter. We got ourselves a ball game, y'all. Got ourselves a ball game. Still trying to get to that 300 likes. That's our next goal. We need 80 more likes, 80 more thumbs up. So make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe. Click that bell. Turn on your notifications so way you don't miss a stream. I do appreciate the love and support as we keep it going. Timeout commercial break. Timeout commercial break. All right. Everett Johnson. Crank up Mr. Brightside right now. Right now. First team to 40 wins the game. All right, Joseph. I hear what you're saying. Where's John Brown where you need him? Shout out to you, Philip. Yeah. Where's John Brown when you need him? I mean, they got some speed out there now, but they got to catch the ball. Says next game, rest of wide receivers, let Baker throw to himself. Let Baker throw to himself. It's only 22 of 14, 148 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception in a 1-point game. 63 points on the board. It's kind of crazy. Jay, your Bills defense out here looking like my Cincinnati Bengals defense. Listen, there's no defense for the Bills defense. There's no defense. You cannot come for a defense for the Bills defense. You can say they've made some good plays, but as a whole, it's just bad. If I had to give them a grade, right? Because they did make some good plays, punch out here, interception there, couple of stops on the run. But overall, I'm being generous when I say C-, D+. I mean, it's just the reality of it. Yeah, C, Scott, that's what I said, C-, D+, if I'm being ultra analytical. So, Save Point says this is a high-scoring game, but I'll never forget watching Baker versus Mahomes at OU versus Texas Tech. That was a game for sure, as this was muffed and then brought back to the 19. I'm already not liking this one. So Bills up here at the 19. 1st and 10. 1st and 10. So, yeah. 13:38 here in the fourth quarter. Pressure is on the Bills at home. You're down 1. It's 32-31. You have the ball at your 19. And we'll see what these Bills can cook up. So what about the Charger defense? That's another one that needs some help. So here we go. As Allen back under center, Cook in the backfield. Play action for Allen. Has time, looking. Little check down to Cook. Hits that right side, still going. And he's going to have a nice pick of about 16. I'll call it 18 yards there for Cook. On the catch and run, 1st and 10 Bills. Chargers are a joke. Man, they started off so strong too, right? Right, Justin Herbert this and Keenan Allen that, and then Johnson gets injured and things start to change there, and then defense started giving up all kinds of crazy crazy plays and things like that. And now you're starting to ask yourself, what's going on with the Chargers? I think it's the same situation with the Packers. Started off hot. Now it's looking a little cold. So here we go. A little toss to Cook on the right side, and he is not going to get back to line of scrimmage. Or if he does, it's going to be no gain. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. We need to keep throwing to the running backs. I agree. Right? Bring in Davis for a little razzle-dazzle. Jameis Winston's balling today, huh? Everybody was like, I don't know about Jameis. He out there trying to get himself a win. 2nd and 10 for these Bills. 8 seconds on the play clock as Allen calls for motion. You've got 4 wideouts. 2 seconds on the play clock. The Bucs bring 4. Allen in trouble. He's going to just check it down here to, is that Hawes? No, that's Latu for 4 yards. This will be 3rd and 6 at the Bills' 41. 41. To be fair, the Chargers have been asking what happened for a long time. I agree. I think a lot of the issues, though, with the Chargers have been Justin Herbert, who obviously has had his injuries and things like that. And that's a real chemistry breaker. Then you lose Palmer and, things change up as far as for the core wide receiver group. But, you got some talent over there, and there's going to be a false start here for the Bills. But you got some talent over there. You just got to put it together. And as much as, they've tried to, there's just been so many issues with injuries that's plagued that team as well. I think the NFL really has an injury problem overall. All 32 teams. There's just been way too many injuries. And, I don't know if they're not getting the right milk. Maybe they're all drinking like the lactose milk. Drinking the Lactaid. But here we go. 3rd and 11 for the Bills. As Allen drops back, throws right side, and this is going to be caught but out of bounds. As Samuel tries to reel it in, it'll be 4th and 11, and Bills will send it back to the Buccaneers with 11-16 in the 4th quarter. And, this is wasted possession simply because, I don't know, I think that's a catch. So wait a minute. Both feet are down. He's got control. I think this is a catch. Some concentration from Samuel. So that's going to be 1st and 10 here at the 50. Okay, Samuel, I see you. Good save there. That play might have changed the whole tide of this game as Samuel reels it in, and they'll say it's a catch, 1st and 10. Says my sister-in-law is not allowed to go to any more games. It's like she's the reason, huh? We're going to blame it on the sister-in-law. Team chemistry is surprisingly fragile. A few or even more key injuries can completely change a team's dynamic. 100%. Allen's looking, steps up, throws to a wide open Gabe Davis for his 2nd catch of the game. 22 yards. 1st and 10 Bills. All right, Gabe. Creating that separation that the Bills have needed. And he gets a nice pickup, putting the Bills at the Tampa Bay 28, 1st and 10. When I tell you I'm so glad to see Gabe back out there making plays, catching balls, doing the things that the haters said he couldn't do, Gabe can't catch a ball. You know, this player that's in the NFL that was catching footballs for a living. They're saying he couldn't catch the ball. Now he's out there catching them. Really interesting. As this is going to be broken up here, incomplete by Shakir, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. So it's too many games, Jay, but they got to keep adding them. I agree. Josh Allen out here being Superman again. I mean, he has to, right? Got to put the cape on every game. Got to put the cape on. You know, come out the booth, take off the glasses. do the swoop, you know. Here we go. 2nd and 10. 5 seconds on the play clock. As we're just under 10 minutes in the fourth quarter, Allen takes a snap, steps up on the run, and that is going to be caught. Dawson Knox, big play, 23 yards, as he'll catch it down at the 5 on the Tampa Bay side. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. Shout out to you, Reverend. What up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Says, hey, I was listening in the car. And when the Bills scored, then came inside, Bucs scored. What happened? It's been a back and forth battle. Chess match. Chess match for sure. Good to see you, Reverend. Shout out to you, Lucas. What up, Jerry? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. So here we go. 1st and goal, Bills. As Cook motions, Allen's going to keep it on the run all the way in. And Allen's 2nd touchdown of the game. And there it is, y'all. Allen runs it in, making it look easy. Right side run, picks up 5 yards, gets the touchdown. And once again, makes it a 5-point game. And so at this point, you got to go for 2 to try and make it a 7-point game. Here we go. Here we go. Dawson Knox, right? We were talking about, you know, how he got paid all that money, and we weren't really seeing too much of him because of Kincaid, and Kincaid was getting all the touches. But Dawson Knox being all reliable today with Kincaid being out and being a playmaker when it matters most, as Allen's going to throw high right side to Williams, incomplete. And we don't want that. There we go. All right. So it's going to be incomplete to Gilliam. I apologize. As score will stay 37-32, 5-point game. So that's on Gilliam. Oh, no, it was a little high. Allen's got to take responsibility for that. It was way over his head. You got to put that in his chest. Give an opportunity to make a play on it. Put it on his chest. Says how now it is up over 80 points for me in fantasy, thanks to our MVP, Josh Allen. Shout out to you, Grim Reaper. Airmail. It says 9 lead changes. Dang, I was behind. That's right. Yeah, it was 9 lead changes. Who wants it more? 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Score is 37-32. Quick timeout, commercial break. Yeah, it was thrown too high. It's a little overthrown, right? We know that. We know that Allen got a rocket, right? Gets away from him sometime, and that's fine. Scores 37-32. Bills got that 35. But they're going to need 40 today. They're going to need about 45 today. That's for sure. That's for sure. Shout out to the chat. Bills Mafia, where you at? Red and blue in the chat. Bills Mafia, drop it in the chat. Red and blue, where you at? Where you at? Quick little timeout commercial break. Timeout commercial break. As far as the votes go, Bills still holding it down, 602 votes, 59%. As far as the likes go, we're currently at 250. We need 50 more to get to that 300, y'all. If you have not, make sure that you hit that like, hit that thumbs up. We need 50 more to get to 300. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe, click that bell, turn on your notifications. That way you don't miss a stream. Make sure you guys subscribe. That way you don't miss a show. Let's go. Everett Johnson says, I want 50. I think it's going to happen. It has to happen. They're going to have to put up close to 50 for sure. For sure. Crazy Baker is my backup in fantasy. I had Baker. Lamar is my starting quarterback. I had Baker. I got rid of Baker. And now Prescott is my backup. Prescott gave me a couple good game or good weeks. And now I got Jackson back in. And I have no idea what just happened here. Let's do a refresh. That was kind of crazy. All right. I think we're good now. Perfect. All right, so now the Bills will kick it back to the Buccaneers. As they'll take it here from the 12. And we'll go down at the 31, it looks like, 1st and 10. 1st and 10. There we go. All right. Yeah, Prescott did pretty good for a couple weeks. For me, at least. I don't know about anybody else. But when Lamar was out, I put in Prescott and he saved the day. So I'm not mad at him at all for the fantasy side of things. For sure. For sure. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10. As they go back to the run here, right up the middle, picks up about 2 yards. On the carry is now 2nd down. 2nd down. Since I wish the Jets had Baker Mayfield. Does he work in that system? I think that's the question, right? We talk about different quarterbacks leaving, going to certain places. You look at Daniel Jones, the situation that he had with the Giants. He then goes on to the Colts, and he has renewed success. I think it's situational. I think it's the organization, the culture. I think it's the play schemes and just these kind of systems that these teams have benefit one quarterback more than the other. So I'm not sure if Baker would fit in with the Jets. I think Baker is exactly where he needs to be, as it's going to be 3rd and 2 here for the Buccaneers. I'm not sure why the screen ain't moving, but something happened, so I'll just keep y'all updated. But it's 3rd and 2 here, 7:38 on the clock and rolling here in the 4th quarter, 5 seconds on the play clock as Baker takes a snap. Bills bring 4, has time, just checks it down. It's going to be incomplete, broken up, leading to a 4th and 2 as Shepard couldn't hang on. And this will lead to the Buccaneers punting it back to the Bills with a 5-point lead. And this is where it gets a little interesting, right? You get your run going, you run that clock. You let Cook do his thing. You don't make any mistakes. And you come down and score again. Make it a 2-score game, and you may have this in the bag. So it's going to be a decent punt, as it's going to be down at the 15. 1st and 10 for the Bills. Yeah, for some reason it's not updating. It glitched out about 5 minutes ago, and it just hasn't updated. I can try and refresh it again for you guys, but it's oh, there we go. Yeah, now it's working. See? Just need a little refresher. There we are. Sometimes that's what you need, just a little refresher. All right. I need Allen to get 6 touchdowns. That's funny. Prescott ain't a bad quarterback for the type of quarterback he is. Just don't let the game depend on only him in the last 5 minutes. I agree. Like I said, I picked him up. And I got CD Lamb, who went through his issues. That's a whole nother story. But here we go. 5 seconds on the play clock. Little toss to Cook on the right side. Finds some space. He picks up 8 yards in the carry. It's now second down as we approach the 7-minute mark. Quick shout out to my KO for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Woody, ESPN. Josh Allen got to be the top 3 MVP conversation after this performance, especially with the win. I mean, they've been talking about Drake May so much. They've already crowned Drake May as the MVP of this season, as it's 2nd and 3 for these Bills. Allen takes a snap, pressure, as this is going to be thrown here to Davis. Nice catch, makes a move, and he'll get another decent gain here. 1st and 10. 1st and 10. I need that dagger touchdown here in this drive. Don't give them any chance. I agree. As Gabe Davis picks up another first down for the Bills. And like I said, I don't know. This is so weird. It's just not updating in real time. But I'll keep refreshing if I need to. All right. So here we go. 3 seconds on the play clock. They go back to run with Cook. Right up the middle. Nice cut right side. And he'll pick up another gain of 8 yards. 2nd and 2. We're down to 5 minutes and 30 seconds and rolling. And like I said earlier, right? You keep the run going. You may want to, mix it up with the pass, but keep the passes short, maybe a slant, if you need to mix it up. But just hand the ball off to Cook, right? Let him do his thing. Keep that clock rolling. Keep the ball nice and secure. And here we go. 2nd and 2 as we're now down to 5 minutes. Allen back under center, Cook in the backfield. Little play action right side on the move. Cook is going to try to stay in bounds, and he does. Big pickup, 22 yards for Cook. 1st and 10 at the Tampa Bay 35. And the Bills are in business, y'all. Bills are in business. Cook is cooking. And the food's about to come out hot. Food's about to come out hot if the Bills can strike once again here and make this a 2-score game and wrap this up. So 1st and 10, 8 seconds on the play clock. We're down to 4 minutes and some change. Quick toss on a slant right side. This will be caught here for 4 yards by Palmer. It'll be 2nd down. Quick shout out to Gary Parmenter for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Ever says, I want to enjoy this win. I agree. Keith says, I need Ibuka to score 1 touchdown, and I win $456 on Underdog. I'm praying. That clock's ticking away. It's ticking away. Tampa Bay does have all 3 timeouts. So depending on what happens here, we'll see. They go back to the run with Cook, right side. He picks up 3 yards. It's now a 3rd down situation here for the Buccaneers. If you want a shot, this is your shot, right? It's 3rd down. It's 3rd and 4. If you get a stop, you hold them to a field goal. You keep it a 1-score game. We'll see what this Bucs defense has left in them as the clock is now down just under 3 minutes in this 4th quarter. 3rd and 4 as the Buccaneers show 4 at the line. You have a 3 wide receiver set. Toss to the right side to Shakir, and he gets wrapped up. That's a loss of 3 yards. And that's a good stop for the Buccaneers defense, but there's also a flag down. So we'll see what this flag is about. Quick shout out to Gennaro Rodriguez, as well as Ace, for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. I think this is going to be a hold on Hawes. And we'll see No, they're going to say it's a face mask on the Buccaneers. Wow. Face mask on the Buccaneers, and that's going to push the Bills down to the Tampa Bay 14. 1st and 10. And that's a tough break for the Buccaneers because they had him beat. They had him beat. You didn't have to grab the face mask. That's just terrible play and undisciplined by the Buccaneers defense. Critical penalty at the worst time when you got the stop. And now it's a fresh set of downs for the Bills. 1st and 10. So once again, Allen back under center, Cook in the backfield. Handoff up the middle. Nice cut. He picks up another 8 yards on the carry. 2nd down. Winston just threw a pick in the end zone. Packers up 27-20. Listen, you want a for sure bet? Jameis Winston throwing an interception. That is a for sure bet. Without a doubt. And I'm starving, yo. I got to figure out food soon. Dang. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Tampa Bay uses a timeout at 2:42. 2nd and 3 at 2:42. Buccaneers take a timeout. Shout out to you, Makayo. It says, thanks for the stream. Have my daughter at the doctor's office. Been here for almost an hour. No problem, man. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Always a good time. Without a doubt. Everett, cut it out. You know. Asking crazy questions. Y'all funny. As for your scores around the league, y'all. You got 27-12. Steelers up against the Bengals. 17-16. Vikings up by 1 against the Bears. And here we go. 2nd and 3. Allen's going to keep it on the run once again. Fighting to get to the end zone. And that is Josh Allen's 3rd rushing touchdown of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. You want to talk about getting it back together? Putting the team back on his back? I'll do it. Give me the ball. Let me finish this and do my job. Josh Allen runs in for his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And pinning the extra point, it's going to be 44-32. And there it is. As they kick the extra point, it is up. And it is good. 44-32, y'all. 2:35 left. 2-score game. Bills up. Bills up. Shout out to you, bass player. Browns or Ravens? Yeah, that's going to be a good one. Yep, take the vitamins. We just got back from out of town. As soon as I'm done with the game, I'm going to go take my vitamins for sure. Get some tea and relax. Without a doubt. Everett Johnson, I want 50. I don't think it's going to happen, bro. I don't think it's going to happen. Bears got the ball back on a turnover. Wow. All right, okay, Bears. What you going to do with it? What you going to do with it? Oh, they won 19-17. That's crazy. Shout out to you, Immortal. Immortal going to hit me up. Hey, Jay, how about them Bears? Listen, the Bears, I think they're a sleeper. I think the Bears is a sleeper for sure. Caleb Williams, you know, he was out there playing Superman too, but he's kind of toned things down and reeled it in. So, yeah, shout out to the Bears. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. And shout out to the Bills for holding it down, putting up 44 at home against these Buccaneers. So 2:35 left on the clock in this fourth quarter. Score is 44-32. As the Bills will send it back in a 2-score game. And shout out to y'all. Make sure you guys hit that like, hit that thumbs up. We're currently at 282 likes. We need 18 more to get to 300. Make sure you hit that like, hit that thumbs up. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe, click that bell, turn on your notifications. That way you don't miss a stream. As we have kickoff back to the Buccaneers with 2:35 left on the clock. Buccaneers do have 2 timeouts. They'll take a touchback here, and they'll take it to the 35, 1st and 10. 1st and 10. That Jacob guy says, DAZN just cut my subscription just now while watching the game. Homeless and bills have been the only thing steering my mind on something other than my situation. Well, that Jacob guy, you're always welcome here, man. Always a good time. Friendly, good vibes. Without a doubt. Shout out to you, man. Welcome. Welcome to the family. Well, we got 2 sets of family, but you know what I mean. Welcome to the channel. All right, here we go. 15 seconds on the play clock for Baker Mayfield as he's going to step up here and just tosses this incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10. Clock stops at 2:31. 2:31. Went to a wedding last night, and they played the shout song of Mr. Brightside, as they should. Bills Mafia in the building for the wedding. Let's go. Okay. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10. This is going to be batted down, incomplete. And now 3rd and 10. Big 3rd down here. Well, it's 4 down territory, but 3rd down. Without a doubt. Says, of course the MVP got 6 touchdowns. Of course. Yeah, that works. All right, cool. Sorry, I got trying to put the food order in them. Your boy Jay starving. All right, here we go. As Baker Mayfield takes a snap, pressure, steps up, in trouble, gets rid of it. This is going to be caught by Otten. Big play, big 1st down. As he picks up about 20. And now Buccaneers in the hurry up. With 2:24 on the clock. And here we go. Takes a snap. Has time, looking, going for it all down the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. 2-minute warning. Two-minute warning. All right. Says really missed the 90s football teams. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Football was so different. It was so violent. You know, the game's a lot softer now. It's just the reality of it. But and we get it, right? They've made the game a little softer, right? You can't have people out there getting their heads knocked off. It's just not good. It's not good for business. You got to protect the investments. But the game has changed. You rarely see a big hit anymore, you know. But it's still fun. It's still fun. It still brings people together. It's still, you know, to me, I think the NFL it's kind of surpassed baseball as far as that, you know, American game, you know, that all-American game. But yeah, that, you know, 90s, 80s football. Yeah, I mean, even 2000s football. It had a different kind of magic to it for sure. It had a different kind of magic to it for sure. So says Josh Allen tied with Cam Newton for regular season quarterback rushing touchdown record. I mean, he's definitely going to beat it. So he'll probably just beat it next game. What does Gabe Davis have for yards? Because I was expecting him to do 100. Let's see. What's Gabe Davis have for yards? All right, let's see. Come on, Big Gabe. Big Game Gabe. Let's see. What does he have for yards? All right. Bills receiving. 3 receptions, 40 yards. Tyrell Shavers is 4 for 90. 4 for 90. So here we go. 2nd and 10. We're down to 1:57 here in the fourth quarter as Mayfield takes a snap. Right side throw towards the sideline. That's going to be incomplete. Down to 1:52. There's also a flag down. They're going to call Bosa for roughing the passer. And that's going to push the Buccaneers down to the 31, 1st and 10. Once again, undisciplined. Says Jay better heard ESPN talk about Josh Allen and Bills win. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Says you were spot on, Jay. You said the Bills would need 45 points to win. You know, the funny thing about this win is now you're still going to have the issues of, well, how about that win, Jay? Well, what do you got to say about Sean now? As this ball is going to be stripped out of Baker's hands and recovered by the Bills defense. Right? Well, how do you feel about Sean now? I think this was more of a statement win for Josh Allen, right? This is more of a Josh Allen. I've got my mental back together. I'm putting the team back on my shoulders once again, right? Brady unleashing the Tiger, allowing him to play his game, right? Utilizing the deep ball now, right? Finally picking up individuals, right? Because without people saying things and without things getting so bad, would there be any changes? It's a good question. As they go back to the run here with Cook, keep this clock rolling. As we're down to 1:39. Run the ball. Run the ball. Yo, y'all are funny. Coleman didn't do anything. He was out. So that quarterback don't know how to pass. He just runs. Y'all are funny. So there's going to be a timeout call by Tampa Bay. Says Bills won because of the McColl factor. Wow. Okay. Yeah, Coleman was out today. They called him a healthy scratch. As a Bengals fan, I am done with my team, so go Bills. Wow. All right, listen, if you want to join the bandwagon, it's all good. That's totally fine. There's room on the wagon if you want to come over from the Bengals. I've been hearing that lately. A lot of people are jumping ship from different teams, and that's fine. Some Chiefs fans were saying that too. They're like, man, listen, the Chiefs are doing bad. I think we're going to come over and join the Bills. And I'm like, wow. I mean, all right. If that's what you want to do, okay. Texans beat the Titans 16-13. Tactical, I feel for you, bro. Titans, man. Nasty work. What up, legend? Shout out to you, bro. Having Josh Allen don't know how to pass and throw is a casual take. Listen, you know me. I'm like mentally laughing. It's all here. You know, when I see stuff like that, when I see the trolls come in, I just, this is going to be a handoff here to Cook, left side, and he will pick up 2 more yards. And now it's 4th and 1 at the Bills 48. No more timeouts for the Buccaneers. So they'll go ahead and run this down as much as they can before they figure it out. I think Coleman is gone after this season. I agree. They should have picked up Worthy instead. But, everybody said that Coleman was going to be better. So 4th and 1. Are Bills actually going to go for this? No, I don't think so. No direct snap? Bills will call a timeout on a 4th and 1. Quick timeout. Clock stops at 49 seconds. And they're just going to punt it away. They'll punt it away. This is controversial opinion. Coleman is in the wrong position. He should have been a tight end. I like it. I think that makes perfect sense. But they turn him obviously into a wide receiver who cannot create separation. And then they got mad about it. If you needed speed and separation, you go with Worthy. If you want someone to have to fight for the ball that can't create separation, well, you went with Keon Coleman. So there you go. So this will be down here at about the 18, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers with 38 seconds on the clock. No timeouts. This game is pretty much wrapped up. So shout out to the Bills Mafia. This is not high school football. I agree. Says, I just think that Bills fans are mad because they had the chance to draft Worthy, but instead being traded down with KC. And like I said, I mean, Bean has made a lot of questionable decisions. He's made a lot of questionable decisions and some bad decisions. I'll say that. As Baker Mayfield is just going to down it here, I think. I don't get it. Bills are taking a timeout. Why? It's 38 seconds on the clock. Like, why are you taking a timeout? This is weird. Okay. Shout out to you, Dennis. Robert says Chiefs will win today. I'm not so sure about that. Shout out to you, George. Appreciate you, bro. So they're just going to go ahead and down it as Teddy Bridgewater comes in to wrap it up. He'll kneel. Clock runs out. Final score, 44-32. And the Bills take it, y'all. That is the end of regulation. Let's go. Shout out to the Bills Mafia. So, yeah. What are we calling this one? The comeback game, the physically, mentally ready Josh Allen, right? Had his mistakes, had his issues, got things together. Defense, still getting ran over, still having their issues, still having their problems. A win's a win, though. 44-32. 76 points of offense. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Shout out to you, Rock and Roll. Without a doubt. Lee My Freedom Beast says it's just a W. Let's not turn it into anything else. I like that. I like that a lot. I do. So there you go, y'all. I'll be back tomorrow night for Monday Night Football. Make sure you do subscribe. Click that bell. Turn on your notifications. That way you don't miss a stream. And it's starting to get cold. Football's starting to get a little interesting. I'm going to go get some vitamins, some tea, see what's going to happen with these Chiefs and these Broncos, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Much love to the Rich Gang. Much love to the family, all the listeners, all the watchers. I do appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a great Sunday. Have a great Sunday.
I'm floating on the dance floor tonight. Yeah. The feeling in my system feels right. 'Cause I came here to dance, 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 dance. Dance, 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 dance the night away. Dance, 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 dance. Dance, 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 dance the night away. I'm floating on the dance floor tonight. Yeah. The feeling in my system feels right. 'Cause I came here to dance, 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 dance. Dance, 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 dance the night away.